Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to episode 87 of the X Button Gaming Podcast. In this episode, I have a couple of returning frequent guests here with me. I have Jaiden back. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Good. Thank you for joining. And we have Gary Day here. How you doing, Gary?
Hello. I'm doing well. I'm doing well on this Tuesday.
This fine Tuesday evening.
It's fine Tuesday.
It's cloudy out, but it's still light out.
It's cloudy out practically like 80% of the year. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. We're used to that now.
It's a beautiful day.
So we have a good episode. As I'm kicking Jaiden. Stop talking, Jaiden.
Sorry. He just had to admire what a beautiful day it was. We don't get this in Seattle.
Oh, no. Good episode planned, though. We're going to talk about what we've been playing, and we're going to talk we're going to rank the video game consoles based off of how we feel they look design-wise.
Judge them based on their looks.
Yeah, that's
We're
how
going to have them
here.
walk down a runway, and we're going to judge them based off of that. We have scorecards and everything ready.
10
Don't
straight
worry.
across.
Hey, consoles.
But before we get started, how's it going, guys? Anything crazy going on in the lives of Jaiden and Gary?
You looked at me like very lost. You're like, tell me, please,
Gary,
tell me something about me.
What did we do?
Help me, Gary.
That's one moment people are just not going to be able to see, unfortunately.
Well, I guess I'll just mention a little something. We're not doing our pickups, but I do want to mention, because on the last episode, I was made aware of the quote unquote restock of the Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh, yeah.
PAX exclusive things. And I didn't know that happened, and I missed it. And so so I mentioned it in the Discord, and our good buddy Rob, now I rock a teller suit, he reached out to me, and he asked if I wanted one of his extras he had, and he just happened to have the one that I was hoping for, and he hooked a brother up. So shout out to Rob. Thank you.
We love some Teller suit around here.
Now to flip it for $2 profit. Just kidding.
So which one did you actually end up getting?
Well, now it's a purple hair girl, Yuri, I believe is her name.
Okay, yeah.
That was the one I wanted, and I was kicking myself like, why didn't I get that? I saw it at PAX. I was there. I was like, I should probably get that. I want it. I already own the game. I don't need it. I talked myself out of it. And I regretted it like pretty much instantly. And then especially more once I was hearing how expensive it was going for it. And I was like, dang it. So I am happy to have that in my possession. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, I'm glad that Rob helped you out, because it is a cool cover. And I like these. You know, despite what we talked about the last episode and my frustrations with it potentially being a reprint, which it seems like it wasn't. I'm just glad people were able to get it. But I like these convention exclusives that they've done. You know, different companies have different ones each year, but I mean, they don't always do something. But yeah, that was a really cool one. Limited Run usually does some cool convention exclusives. They just did some for PAX East. And there was a one for Star Ocean First Departure that I really want. It's not like a crazy variant, but because it's a variant, I want it, like, because I still haven't bought the physical for that game, and I like the Star Ocean series, so I'm hoping that Limited Run does like a late, sometimes they sell them on their site after a month or two go by. I'm hoping that happens. But convention exclusives, they're fun, and sometimes they can be worth a ton of money.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So Gary, what about you? Anything crazy? Anything newsworthy?
Anything newsworthy? Not really. I don't really feel like I have anything to like present or anything else like that. But as far as like things that I've been trying to kind of do recently, I guess I got a new audio setup for my computer, which I've learned this recently, going from USB-C to XLR. Certain microphone manufacturers, for whatever reason, do not include XLR cables with their microphones. I'm looking at you, Shure. One of the best like, you know, companies and most well-trusted companies for these microphones. I upgraded from a HyperX like USB microphone that I've had for like 8 years to the Shure SM7. It's not that like one that you see on every single podcast that's insanely expensive, but the one that's a little bit of a downgrade that's really good at voice isolation, which should be really good for like video stuff that I'm planning on doing here soon. But it's like a $200 microphone, does not include an XLR cable, and I learned that literally yesterday as everything came in, and I was like, you're really going to make me spend extra money on an XLR cable?
That's so frustrating. It's not a cheap microphone, but like, why not just have... That seems like something that should come basic with a microphone.
Right, yeah. Like, that's what I thought. I'm like, I'm already spending this much money. Why are you... I don't know. Apparently, and then I went down the rabbit hole yesterday of learning about different types of XLR cables, and that there's different connector pins, and that there's different reasons for why you would want shielded versus unshielded, why there's certain metals that aren't really good for, getting sound to be more clear, or voice isolation. And I'm just like, okay, what's like just a decent one? And I may have spent a little bit more money than I usually would on a cable, but I think it'll do good. So that came in today, and so hopefully things will get on track for working on that. I'm doing something. I've mentioned this to you just in behind the scenes things, and I've not mentioned it on my own channel because I plan on doing that as its own little thing. But I've got something, a decent sized project that might be spanning quite a bit of time related to one of my favorite games. So yeah,
Is that horse game on the Wii?
Yes, absolutely. How did you know? It's been haunting me all this time.
He finally gets to talk about it with this new mic.
No, jeez, God.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I'm glad that you're putting it into... You're getting the stuff you need to get going and make it happen. I won't say what it was, obviously, but yeah, I'm definitely excited for when you get this going.
People will probably tell immediately, like, if anybody on the podcast somehow has cross viewership with the legendary YouTube channel, then you'll know immediately. If you know me in real life, you'll like, yeah, I saw that coming. So it's like, yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it'll be a good opportunity for me to kind of find my voice a little bit, but also just try and reinvent a little bit of like how I want to go about doing things. Not so much like I used to. So.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think it's a good idea. It'll be fun. So make sure if you haven't already, go follow his YouTube channel, The Legend Gary. Mm-hmm. You already got...
Is there a "the" in front of it?
No.
Okay.
I added
just
that.
Legendary.
It is funny. There are two Legendaries on YouTube. One guy's like some sort of like... The other one, I don't even know what he really does. So he seems like some kid in like LA or something doing random like vlog stuff that never really took off. It doesn't really. I don't feel bothered by it. I'm like, whatever. People are gonna have the same name. People are gonna do the same things. Whatever.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Twinning.
The twinning. Oh boy.
All right. Well, before we get started, just before the episode started, Gary started to bring up a slightly news topic. I just thought it'd be more fun to talk about on the episode than prior to recording. What was that, Gary?
So I'm actually gonna try and pull this up here, but I don't know all the details about this, but apparently, from what I've heard, GameStop is looking into rolling out more of its retro store lineup rather than just have the select few stores that it had in its U.S. locations. I think here in Washington there was like maybe like 2 or 3 throughout the entire state or something like that.
It's more than that, but they're not a lot.
No,
we also have a lot less GameStops than we used to.
To be fair, yeah. Pretty much if there's a major mall, there's a GameStop. But even now, I know like, what is it? The Federal Way Mall is not a major mall anymore. It was in the 90s, but not anymore. I don't think they have a GameStop there anymore. No. I think that just closed out, and now there's only the one over there by like... There's like a Walmart.
That one's not even there anymore.
That one's gone now?
Yeah. I opened that store. That was I helped put it.
Oh, the Del Taco one.
Yeah, I put the store together. And
it is next to a Del Taco.
That's what I call it.
Yeah, we used to go to Del Taco every Tuesday for 99-cent chicken tacos.
Then that might actually mean there's just no longer a GameStop in...
I think your closest now is Auburn.
Jeez, there's no GameStop in Federal Way's gone downhill. They put a 5 below, and ever since then, it's just
everything's below 5 now.
Anyway, I'm gonna try and look this up, but yeah, it seems like GameStop is rolling out their that retro to not just those single locations, but to eventually all their locations to support retro titles.
And it seems I had kind of thought about bringing this up. So when you started talking about it, I was like, yeah, let's just talk about it on the episode. But I feel like that might be true because just Sunday I went to my local GameStop, and I don't go there too often, but it was not a retro store, and they rarely ever had anything. Like sometimes they'd have a few PS3 games or something, but while I was there, they were literally in the process of building a retro section. They had gotten some, excuse me, they had gotten obviously a big shipment of like Wii remotes and 64 controllers and stuff. Like the accessories were abundant. Like they were putting a bunch of accessories up. And they had, it's probably about I don't know how to explain it, but like a 3-foot section maybe for a retro section. Still wasn't very big, but then I drive around a lot, especially on the weekends for work. And I'll stop at GameStops when I'm around. I've talked about that before. And I went to another store up north that I go to somewhat regularly, and they also had put up a retro section, and they were not a retro store before in Burien. So yeah, I think there's truth to that. Seems like most stores are going to be retro now. I wonder if they did that. I don't know if you remember, but they did a push about a month ago where they would take.
I was thinking that. Yeah, console. I noticed that.
Yeah, and I wonder if and they would pay whether it was broken or not, they're going to pay for it. Same price. It was an interesting trade thing, but I watched some YouTubers bring in a bunch of consoles and stuff. It was just very interesting to me. I wondered if that was part of a push towards getting this ready. Like, because even a broken console, they can fix, or take the parts and use to other broken ones. Yeah. And so it probably was worth it to them to maybe start propping up a bunch more stores with product. But
I was actually talking about the extra trade credit you get for when things are classified as retro. I don't know how long they've been doing that, but that's something I just noticed. But I also just only recently started bringing in stuff to GameStop.
Yeah, it's a smart move. I mean, obviously, I feel it really doesn't do anything to the local mom and pop retro stores because back, in the 2000s, they were big competitors. Like a GameStop could put out a small shop, but nowadays the people who support those small mom and pop, brick and mortar stores are not necessarily GameStop shoppers. And most people that go to those, you're not going to find what you're looking for at a GameStop. You go to those shops because you're looking for something specific that those shops are much more likely to have than a GameStop randomly having when it comes to retro.
So I was able to find the article. Apparently this had come out, and this is of course these are all like financial articles and stuff because this is a very big business move for them, going from dealing in the current gaming market, which seems to trend more and more digitally nowadays, versus the retro market, which of course is always going to mainly be physical games.
Yeah.
And even to the point of them, I'm just looking through like an article here that like is taken from an interview that was done by, I guess, investing.com is where the initial interview was held with a GameStop representative. There's been, I don't know where they're getting some of these things from, but apparently the retro gaming console market is reaching an estimated $3.8 billion industry for whatever reason. I'm like, what?
That's interesting. How do you get that number?
It's reselling. Like, that's my question. I'm like, where does this... I'm wondering if that they're also factoring in the idea of re-release consoles and stuff like that too. Like SNK just had their big initiative for the AES to return.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
I can't imagine any of these major console manufacturers also are going to be doing that. I would love it if Sega did. I don't think that's going to happen though. But apparently it's like they're looking at it as like game trading, and maybe they're thinking like maybe they're projecting it in the same way of like the TCG community, for example, how they're trading old stock of some of these cards and stuff like that are limited. You trade for higher value and then money is flowing, or that's all the business people care about. They care about is money flowing? Can we actually have a profit off of this? So apparently, I'm just paraphrasing here. I'm not pulling any direct quotes, but it seems like they had some when they had the retro store pilot, which apparently happened in 2024, so about 2 years ago, I guess, is when they started rolling all that out. They had a lot of proof points over the year that basically said, hey, maybe we don't just get rid of that retro section that we used to have in every single store. So yeah, it seems like they're trying to go for putting that back into the stores a little bit, which hopefully will actually make GameStop more about games and less about just random nerd merch that it seems like every store is dedicated to nowadays.
Yeah, when I walk into a GameStop now, it's definitely more like Card Stop. Like the majority of people are there for some kind of card. It's not just Pokemon cards. It's I've noticed people there for baseball cards.
Really?
Or even like somebody was there at that GameStop I was at on Sunday buying a Gundam Wing TCG, I think it was. And I looked to me like the One Piece cards, and I was a little interested because I'd been kind of wanting to buy a couple packs of those.
Yeah.
But then, that's why I even
have
noticed.
someone else buy them for you.
Yeah. Have a dealer.
I mean, so because your pull rate or whatever.
Oh yeah, I do have a terrible pull rate. It's absolutely true. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just kind of cool though because whereas like it's still my favorite option would be to support mom and pop brick and mortar stores. But not everybody has those close. More people tend to have a GameStop within range, so this does open up the possibilities. And even though GameStop's gotten a lot wiser with their pricing, like I don't feel like their retro games are always they're priced more competitively now to eBay going rates and stuff. You can still catch them slipping on stuff, especially with variants. Like I got a copy the other day of Halo 2, the collector's edition. So the Steelbook, which it's not like it's a crazy expensive thing, but Halo 2 is like a $5 to $10 game, but that Steelbook, especially, it's in like pristine condition. And in that condition, especially, it's closer to like a $50, $60 like item. So that was kind of cool. So I upgraded my Halo 2. But that's the stuff you have to look for. It's if you go in looking for, I don't know. What's a good example? Silent Hill is the first thing that came to my mind for some reason.
Good luck.
Yeah, if you happen to find it, it is going to be it might still be cheaper than eBay, but it's still going to be $250, something like that.
And here behind us in the closed vault, we have a sealed rule of rose behind like 50 walls of concrete, so you can't get to it. Cost $400.
I didn't realize. So PS2 horror games is a whole topic on its own that I know very little about. But I didn't realize Kuon, which is one of those horror games, it's up to $1,500 now. That is an expensive game.
They're small print. They sell pretty low numbers. They sold pretty low numbers during that time too. So there's not a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
So they're like both, and for the most part, they're decent games usually. There's some that are like, but like,
and horror collecting is this whole own genre. Like a lot of horror collectors collect even things they don't like. A lot of them collect video games, and they don't even care about video games as much. They just like collect horror memorabilia, I guess.
I feel like you need substantial capital to be a horror collector, though. Like you need some pretty good like regular job income to
it does
have any of that.
You did mention briefly earlier though that Neo Geo AES, like their I don't know what to call it. It's like they're making a new model of it that's going to play. They'll have their own cartridges that they're releasing and everything too, and that's a big deal because some of those Neo Geo games are like $10,000.
Yeah,
like it's always been like in the collecting community. That's like the rich man's collecting hobby. Like you don't get an AES like, so it's kind of a big deal, and it's like the entry level pre-order is much cheaper than that. I mean, it was like $200 for the console, I think.
Yeah,
you can get the bundle of 10 games for I don't know, a couple hundred or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's funny. You almost end up paying the same price that somebody would have paid for an AES back in the day for getting like everything included with it. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know. It's an interesting thing of it being a retro console that has, modern outputs and everything else like that, but it also can play the original cards themselves. So, not that everybody has Neo Geo cards laying around. I definitely think that number is below thousands of people.
Yeah,
but
it's not a lot. I just thought that was cool in the
It's
first
neat.
place, and I think it's still pre-orderable right now for the people that want to do it. Yeah, $250.
Yeah.
And you can pre-order it on Amazon, and that's for the console. It comes with the controllers and stuff. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that takes off because I want like everybody to do that. Like,
Yeah,
just imagine.
like Gary said, like having Sega do that for like the Saturn would be.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, I the only thing that could really like that they have would be Panzer Dragoon Saga. That would because a lot of the other expensive games on the console they didn't publish, but like that would be a huge one to get be able to play for less than $1,000.
Just making it like available for more people to actually experience
Yeah.
because it was already a game that not too many people played because not enough people had a Saturn. So
Yeah, I did flirt with the idea of pre-ordering this Neo Geo. It's just so cool, but I also like I have a lot of stuff, and I've never like been. If I had found a Neo Geo AES in the wild, would I have not bought it if it was a really good price? I absolutely would have.
sure.
But I was never like something that was on my radar as something I wanted to get into. So I talked myself out of it. But watch in 6 months, I'll be like, why didn't I buy it?
We'll have Joel can sell us on Neo Geo.
Dude,
Did he have a?
That's all I need is somebody to sell me
Yeah.
on something.
I know he had a one of those like arcade cabinet things of Neo. I don't quite know exactly what that thing was, but
I didn't know that.
he knows.
That's
Joel,
cool,
explain
though.
what was that?
Yeah. Hey, Joel. Hey, welcome.
Whoa.
We just
I'm
edit
just-
him into the podcast here for a second.
I'd love to hear about that. But all right, let's go in. Let's start. Oh my gosh, let's start talking about what we've been playing, so that we can work towards the main topic. Why don't we start with Gary? Gary, what have you been playing?
I've been playing a little known game. It's called Space Dad Simulator. Have you played it? Have you played this game, Chris?
Yes, I
Released
have.
by Dapcom, I think is the name.
Dadcom.
Dadcom, yeah. No, yeah, like a lot of people, I've been playing Pragmata, and
Yeah.
it is really, really good.
Man, this has been. I'll let you talk about it for a bit. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, the journey for it to even release is a bit of a story in of itself. This is one of the games that initially got teased back when the PlayStation 5 was first getting shown off. So I think there's only one game out of that entire thing that has not actually shown up since then. And it's some game that I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But this is the one where it's like, we didn't hear about it for a while. It got delayed like 2 or 3 different times. And people just didn't really know what it was. It's like, it's sci-fi, it's space. There's this blue jacket girl. There's this spacesuit man. They're in New York, maybe. There's some robots, something like that. And then all of a sudden, like, I think it was just about like a year ago, we finally got a confirmation of like, it's real. Here's the release date. This is what's going to happen. And then people actually started to play it and are like, oh my gosh, this is actually really fun. This is really cool. And so now it's here, and yeah, I'm having an absolute blast with it. Third person shooter. You're in space. Like I said, you're, I jokingly call it Space Dad Simulator, but it kind of does kind of feel that way, especially in the downtime moments. But in the game, in the moment-to-moment gameplay, you are going through this space station that's on the moon, and you're going through. AI has taken over. 3D printers have started just creating monstrosities that you have to fight it back against. And, you know, it's a third-person shooter with a small little puzzle element whenever you get up to an enemy where you have to kind of connect certain nodes, and depending on how you connect those nodes affects your damage, affects different things you can do to them, all different types of cool abilities that, like, on paper, it sounds like that's a lot of busy work, but when you actually, like, get it in your hands and you start playing it, it's like, this just works.
Yeah.
Like, somehow this just works. I don't know how, because when you have a third-person shooter, you're like, you don't want to put something in between somebody shooting the gun and fighting against somebody, but this little moment of friction of, like, figuring out this puzzle works really, really well. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, this is one of the games I've been playing too, and I agree completely. And I think what they really did is they mastered the pacing of like the enemies, because you're used to when you play a normal action game, third-person shooter, or whatever. You trying to, if you were to try to add another element alongside shooting, it would be chaotic because usually you have enemies shooting at you and you have enemies attacking you, and you have to switch from enemy to enemy so quickly. But because these are androids and they move, that you don't think about it, but they don't move. They're not all running at you like zombies or something. You know, they're moving at you with a very, very purposeful pace. But it paces it out where you have the time where you can shoot and you can switch over to the hacking. And the way the hacking works is it uses, on the PlayStation controller uses the X, Y, square, triangle buttons to navigate the grid. So you can keep shooting while you're doing this. So it's hard to explain without playing it, but it is an exceptionally like addictive and rewarding like combat like loop. Like it. At first, it seemed like Gary even mentioned, like it seems a little overwhelming, but it's so not. Like it so quickly becomes addicting, and then you get these different like nodes that you can add into the hack where you can do things like multi-hack. So when enemies are closer, if you hit that node when you're doing a hack on an enemy, it'll hack multiples. So you can, then it'll down them for a second, or you have all these different things you can do. Plus a bunch of different weapons that you can switch between that have different. Like there's like the riot grenade, which basically like just kind of stops all enemies for a few seconds. There's, the obvious like shotgun type weapon. There you have like a decoy, so you can shoot the decoy out and they'll attack that while you sit there and hack them and do your damage. It's a very good battle system. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and so all this talk of that in some person who for some reason. Let's say you're under a rock and you haven't been seeing Diana being posted on your reels or anything like that for a while. Why do people call it a Space Dad simulator? Well, it's because you're playing as Hugh and you run into this little android girl named Diana who is a joy to some people. I think it's
like me.
What's really funny is that like it becomes very, very apparent that she is modeled definitely after a child, and as somebody who grew up as like the eldest kid in like my mom's side of the family, like my mom's side of the family, there's a bunch of different cousins, but I'm like the eldest of them, so I got to witness every single one of these kids growing up. And I swear when I play through these sections and I get to moments where like Hugh's talking with Diana or she's doing something like in the little safe room with like some of the toys or whatever you pick up, I just sit there and I'm like, this is spot on. Somebody, either whoever worked on this game was obviously a parent or has dealt with kids maybe like in like some sort of like teaching capacity or something, because it's so spot on, but it does so in a way that it's not annoying. I can see how this would really be annoying to somebody if it's too chaotic, but I think they handle the character really well. Haven't gotten to the end of the game. I'm still waiting. I'm like, Capcom, I don't trust you with all of this emotional weight not to like rip my heart out. What's gonna happen? I don't know. I don't want it spoiled, so I'll get to it at the end eventually.
Well,
so,
I finished it, and no, I'm just I did finish it, but I'm not going to.
And he's less of a man now.
Yeah, no, I agree. I felt like watching the trailers and stuff. Like, I was worried that she was going to become an annoying Navi like sidekick, from Ocarina of Time, where she's constantly just being annoying and won't shut up. But it's the fact that when she does talk to you, it's actually inquisitive, and as far as I remember, that she's not repeating any lines. Like every time there's any type of downtime between any kind of battling, she asks a question, basically trying to learn more about Earth, because she's never been there. And it just plays out really well. And yeah, overall, it was a pleasant surprise. I was looking forward to it because, for one, Capcom's been just on a hot streak.
Yeah.
So I just kind of put a little bit of extra faith in them because of that. But also, like, it looked like it could be fun, but I was still surprised. I've been very surprised at how much I've enjoyed it, both story-wise and gameplay-wise, and even music-wise. The music is really good. So, very enjoyable experience for me. I can easily see this being a Game of the Year contender.
That's like their third one now, if we're counting Monster Hunter as well.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they could have a very hot year because they also have the Onimusha remake coming out this year, and that potentially could be really big. So
whenever it does show up, but we still have no idea when it's coming this year. But apparently, Capcom is very confident. It's like, no, it's coming 2026. I'm like, okay, but when though?
Yes.
So, Jaiden, you going to play Pragmata?
I don't think I'm ready for it yet. That girl's too annoying for me. But I'm glad to hear, you guys' experience. That's because from the trailers, the impression I got was this seems to me like Pauline in Donkey Kong Bonanza, but like cranked up even worse. Great game, by the way. Bonanza. Please play
Dude,
Bonanza.
If you like Bonanza,
to...
if you not gameplay wise, they're very different.
Yeah.
But as far as Pauline to Diana, Diana's way easier to. I feel like she's nowhere near as. I didn't find Pauline to be annoying either, though. So, but I feel like Diana is just even less annoying. So
I could say that. Okay.
I think it also helps too because the game does something that very small that I don't think a lot of people recognize. It has contextual voice lines that happen depending on what characters have said or what they've already noticed. Like what Chris said, I never noticed them ever repeating certain lines unless they're like action lines where it's like, there's a robot, shoot it, blah, 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 stuff like that. But
watch out, Hugh.
Watch out! Like all of that. Like obviously that's going to get repeated. But I mean like there's moments where you're just exploring and Diana will start talking about something. And it's clearly in an area where there's no enemies so it's not interrupting you necessarily. And you'll have this back and forth between Hugh and Diana that's actually like, oh, I get to know these characters a little bit more. There's actually a little bit more of that. Whereas this is a game that allows for it. If it was in Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'd be like, nah, I'm Monkey. I smash rock. Please stop talking to me. Like, I mean, just, I don't know, different strokes for different folks. But I thought the way that they handled it was really, really solid.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely loved it. And yeah, through beginning to end. And there's a decent amount of end game content too. So that's kind of nice.
Maybe one day.
It's just making noise.
Maybe one day,
Maybe
Jaiden.
it's like what's Crimson someone, the girl from Solo, the line she says, like, maybe one day you'll feel differently.
Yeah, Crimson Dawn.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Gary, you been playing anything else?
I mean, I don't know how far back I really want to stretch, but I mean, this last month I found myself sick for like a few days, and after playing Resident Evil Requiem and enjoying it, I was like, you know what, I haven't really dedicated myself to play through any of the other Resident Evil games, so Capcom recently re-released like the old PC ports of Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. So they're basically like the PC ports of the PlayStation games, re-released to Steam. I started playing the first one, and I got all the way through Jill's campaign. Got all those wonderful voice lines of, "You're almost a Jill sandwich." Oh no, what a mansion. All that type of stuff. I got to enjoy that and played it like all in a day. Still haven't gone back through and done a full Chris playthrough yet because that's
a hard mode playthrough.
Oh man, I did not realize how much of a difference it was going to make.
One less inventory spot and no lockpick. Makes a huge
less
difference.
It goes
two less.
It goes from 8 to 6, and also
it's a hard mode for sure. It's funny because they don't say that. You don't have any reason to know that when you're picking your characters.
Well, it's also funny that's the one that they put right in front of you, and technically Chris's mode is the good ending, so you have to play through it. I'm like, I'll play through it. I'm gonna get to it, but that's gonna be one that I put on pause for just a second because I'm like, I gotta mentally prepare myself to how do I use the knife again? Because I just when you're playing as Jill, you get the bazooka and everything dies really easily. So it's whatever. It was fun though. I did enjoy it. So
yeah, I love it. And yet, since you played the OG, basically, you still need to play the GameCube remake or
I have that. I have that one too, and I tried starting that up initially, and I think I put a pause on that because I was like, I also want to know what the original really felt like too.
It's a weird series because I don't know many series where there's a lot of reason to play both the OG and their respective remakes and enjoy both equally in most cases, and get a different experience out of both. And they're telling a very similar story, but with some tweaks here and there. But yeah, no, you're in for a treat.
I'm just glad that they're allowing people. they need to do this on console as well. But the thing is, it's a PC port that GOG helped to also co-develop a little bit in order to put it out onto the PC marketplace. I just wish that they can get it to consoles as well, because for the longest time, I like the idea of like, if there's a remake going to be made, you can also play the original because it's widely available. I don't like the idea of like, we're remaking the game and this is the only way you can now enjoy it easily. So it's like, I don't really like that very much. So hopefully more people can actually be able to play it on like more modern platforms as well. But I don't know, that Capcom's going to do what Capcom's going to do.
And who knows what that is.
Yeah.
Other than this release hit after hit this year, apparently.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
That's about it.
All right, Jaiden, what have you been playing?
Well, speaking of, well, I guess before the Resident Evil talk, games that I just refuse to play, I finally came around, and I forgot if I mentioned this to you. I played Split Fiction.
Oh,
something
no.
I was yeah.
There was because of somebody at your hall. I knew there was a reason you said you were going to, but I didn't know you'd played it.
Yes. So yeah, a real cool guy in my hall was like, "Hey, you should play this." I'm like, "Okay, just for you, I'll do this."
I want to be cool too.
I gotta be cool to that guy. So reluctantly, and Jessie was on board. I was like, yeah, because she wanted to play it, but I said no, I don't. Because it's a co-op game. You know, she would need to play with somebody. So so we never got it until I was like, okay, I'll give it a fair try, so I can just stop, hating something I haven't even tried yet. And sure enough, the weird things that put me off from it are still there. The characters I don't love that much. Mainly the Snow White looking girl. I think after playing it, she's okay. And she does have she does go through an arc, so she's not just annoying the whole time. But I didn't expect the other girl to actually be kind of cool. I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't know.
She's alright.
Just positive energy. I play it as her. Jessie is like, you beat that one.
I don't like her.
And yeah, there's a little bit of that, AAA dialogue. It just makes you want to throw up a little bit. It's that's there, but man, the gameplay and wow. Have you played Split Fiction yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you played It Takes Two.
Played It Takes Two and A Way Out.
I was really surprised because, like I said, I had very little experience with these types of co-op games, and they've always been very slow moving. You stand on the button now. Okay, now the platform is moving slowly to me. Don't move off of it. Okay, I moved off. I fell. It's just like this long, just frustrating and slow, just mindless thing. It's like, I guess there's communication, but it's not. I don't know. It just wasn't working for me. At least with the ones I've tried. So, reluctant to give this one a shot. But, man, this keeps... not only is it not slow, it's very fast, very snappy. You're always... it's fun to move around. You kind of get this Spider-Man type of hook thing. You kind of hard to explain. You just
hook shot.
Yeah, hook shot. Yeah, that's the thing. And it's fun to move around platforming when there's a bit of platforming, and it never, I don't think it ever repeated itself with a concept or everything was just fresh. It was just constantly throwing new stuff at you, not overwhelming you, but just mixing it up, and it always just felt fun. You never got there's probably one spot. This is a little too long, but I mean, for the most part, the game and the gameplay was always throwing new, okay, now this is a shmup, or now we're doing. There's this one that was straight up in a fusion of SSX and Tony Hawk, and I was like, okay, this is good. You got me.
My language.
Okay, this game's great. I mean, I felt that the game was good, pretty much off the bat, even before that. But
at that point, you were sold.
I was like, oh, you.
Jaden's like, now I can finally enjoy this game. Finally.
Yeah, it was very, very good. I'd recommend if you were interested. I mean, I'm recommending a game that came out like 2 years ago by now.
Yeah, I guess it's been a little while.
We had a really good time with it. Now we just want to watch our friends play it and see how they how they do. A good one. And I think I mentioned before when we were talking about Orbitals, I was excited for that game despite not really playing these co-op games. So I'm like more excited for that now, but also like the pressure's on. Like I'm gonna like.
No, I have a bar.
Can that come close to like how much fun I had with like this game? I don't know. Well, we'll have to see.
Not to set your expectations too high, but some of the people who did work on those games did end up working on that game too.
Oh, sick.
It's not it's not the same developers, but like some of the people who were on those teams who made like A Way Out and It Takes Two and maybe even done some pre-work on Split Fiction or something like that, ended up going over to that development team to work on that game as well. So it's interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. Orbitals looks...
Yeah.
I mean, that art style is just... I saw a preview for it again the other day. I was like, God, that game looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been following it. It looks like a very interesting game from the looks of it. I also didn't realize that it was... They have their development studio based in Japan, and it's mostly a bunch of foreigners of Japan, I would say.
Interesting.
We're in there making that game. So really interesting on that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did it, Jaiden. I'm glad you played it.
I did it.
And you liked it.
This is what happens when I try new things.
Yeah, I'm glad for Jessie, too. Because I know
Sometimes
she mentioned she wanted to play it.
Yeah. No, yeah, we had fun. Other than that, I don't think I've talked Pocopia yet.
No, I don't think so. I think you just got it when last time you were on.
Yeah, a very, very good game. Like I said, I love Dragon Quest Builders like so much. I think though, this game it seemed like the right time for me for a game to just lose my life to. I was like I was ready. I was like this is perfect time, but I don't know, which is so much stuff happening. It kind of actually turned out to just not be a good time for it because like I just not a complaint on the game at all. This is a Jaiden issue. Just I did just feel a little just overwhelmed. Just like there's too much I want to do and I can do and I have to do in this game. It's designed very well, but just like I said, my ADHD brain right now just kind of can't do
focus.
something so just so open and just letting you do whatever. But also, it gives you things to do. It's great. I'll probably I did put it down for a little bit, and I'll come back to it, but just not the right time. But very good game. If you are interested in that game, I can guarantee you will love it if you do give it a shot.
I need to play it. I need to get it. I don't have it. I do know I'll like it because I love that kind of. I mean, obviously, I love Animal Crossing. I love Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley. Like, they're not all the same, but they're all in that similar vein of life sim kind of.
I'm trying to think, because it doesn't strike me as a Chris game from what you've said about other games like Minecraft and things like that. I wouldn't think I don't know. I could be totally wrong.
I did play some Minecraft the other day, and I was like,
yeah.
I felt like old man Chris playing Minecraft. I'm sitting there. I'm like, how the heck do I build a house? How
did
do
you
I
come in with your skateboard and backwards? Hello, fellow kids.
Yeah, I was playing with. I have nephews and a friend, and it was. I mean, I wasn't miserable. But that's the thing. I've never hated it. I'm just not creative. So literally, the creative mode of Minecraft does nothing for.
I
me.
don't like creative mode.
Yeah, the survival's all right. Like I liked the thrill of like it's coming nighttime and I need to put walls around me real quick.
Sure, go outside.
Like stuff like that was
fight
fun.
monsters.
But yeah,
I would think actually, Dragon Quest Builders. I think might be just that little bit of RPG in there. There is combat. Pocopia doesn't have combat, but it just has like a little bit. And the story. The first game, at least, I finished that one. Very good story.
Does it have online
it's
co-op?
So cute.
Do you know? Or is it
Co-op? It's been a while.
I'll have to look into it. I wouldn't mind. You're not the first. I want to say Joel said that too, but somebody else has told me before too that they'd probably like Dragon Quest Builders.
I would say, I would recommend the first one for sure because I actually beat that one. The second one I fell off of because, and I spent a ton of time in the second one. So they're like divided into like these like beefy chapters. Because I think when you go to the next chapter, you start from like nothing again, which might scare people, might put them off. Like, what? I want my stuff, but it's like it's designed that way for a purpose, and like you're fine. Like once you start getting going again, because if you had just everything all the time, it would just be chaos. And anyway, the second game, it was even better than the first one. But once I got to like the second chapter, it was like so long. It like the pacing just like came to a screeching halt. I was there for like seemed like forever. I don't know if that was just me playing it wrong or it just, yeah, I fell off. Like, I don't, yeah. I think the first one was a little more
Focus.
I would say so. Yeah. Like a little snappier, I guess.
Okay.
I think with its pacing, it felt more even. I had no complaints there. You can design your town in as much as you want or as little as you want. But 2 is also good.
I'll have to look into it again. I do like Dragon Quest, and I love Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
So the art alone is a something to bring me in.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that music.
Yeah.
It does all music.
Does have that music.
So while I did fall off of Procopia, something just a little simpler, a little easier going that I did pick up is Tomodachi Life, which was something Jesse really wanted.
Oh boy.
And like as the closer we got to release date, the more I was like, I really want to play this too. Like we were debating, like, should we get 2 copies? Like, no, that's not, like how often would we need to play at the same time, right? Like, we can just take our turns, like
with your siblings.
like how I was raised to do. Yeah.
It's my turn to turn on the
It's my
Xbox.
turn. No, yeah. And yeah, it's been fine. It's not really a game like you're sitting there for hours and hours and hours. It's just something I can boot it up like right before work, play for like 10, 15 minutes, and just that, like every day. It's just like, just a little something. And that is just kind of just what I needed. Just a little, just easy.
Yeah.
Not a crazy deep experience, but just a little casual game. Because I love making Miis also is a thing, and that's something I forget that I love to do. It's like, just make a whole ton of people. I already had like on the Switch system, in the settings you can make Miis. Like I already have like a dozen. Probably like 20 or more. Yeah, just characters already made. I made years ago. So you can like import those. You can tweak them. They have like way more like advanced settings for your Miis. And so I'm able to make even more characters, tweak the ones I had, and just make them look even more like the people they were supposed to. So anyway, yeah, Tomodachi Life. It's good. It's fun.
Is it just as weird as it always, like the other ones seemed?
I hadn't had much. I don't know why I said much. I have not played the one on 3DS. But Jessie has, and from what she's saying, this game does more. It's like there's not as much stuff to do, I think, in the 3DS one. Is what she was telling me. Yeah, it is very weird. It's hilarious. If only it could like be shared more. I know that's like everyone's complaining about that. Like they really limit the sharing in it because it is really. It's weird how this game is designed for these crazy, results from making whoever you want, and then them interacting with this and that, or them being weird situations. But then like you can't like share that. Or like show anybody. It's like I'm just like recording and just like it's just going in my like Switch 2 photo gallery. It's like who's gonna see this? I feel like I think it was IGN or someone just put it so perfectly. I'm like, yeah, that is how it feels. It's like playing Mad Libs by yourself. You just don't do that, right? It's like it kind of defeats the purpose of this. And especially like with people who don't care to make the Miis. There's not an option to like, go online and download someone's I don't know, Michael Jackson or Peter Griffin, like these remake, from the Check Me Out days. Right. Yeah. So.
Check Me Out days. Good reference.
So that's a bit of a shame, but I mean, not a complaint from me because, like I said, I love making memes. But
at least you have somebody built in that you can share with. You and Jesse can go back and forth and share some stuff with each other at least.
It's great.
It does make me sad though to hear, because I mean I don't know much about the game. Like I played the 3DS one a little bit. I did mention to you when you told me you mentioned you were getting it. Like I don't know that I got it. Like I just don't know that I understood Tomodachi Life when I played it. But I didn't play it that much, so it could be just I need to give it more of a chance. But I wish Nintendo would have added some kind of social feature to it. Like that just sounds like such a Nintendo thing to leave out. They forget people like to interact with each other.
Yeah, it's hard to not just feel that flaw, I guess, when you're playing. It's something like you're like, oh well, I'll just you work around it, but then every now and then you're just reminded of I can't share this or I can't download thing,
Yeah.
Because I would love to share my George Costanza or my who else have I made? I made Princess Zelda. My buddy who's married, by the way. I made him, but the instant he saw Princess Zelda, he's head over heels. He's in love. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Adulterous man.
Have you seen Princess Zelda?
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him.
He's a smart me.
It's really cute though. My me and Jesse's me, I didn't even really push them to, get together, but just naturally they just found themselves just being with each other all the time, and now we're getting married, I guess. So
it was meant to be.
It was
in every universe,
even in the virtual land.
Good times.
Fun little game, fun little simple light game. I think that's it for right now.
Well, that sounds fun. I liked it. You should share some random stuff on the Discord when you have fun things happen. just because. Might encourage more people to give it a try.
Yeah.
Let's see. As far as what I've been playing, like we talked about earlier, Pragmata was a big one for me. It's been a big one. I've been playing it a lot. Finished it the other day, but I'm still doing some of the after game content. But yeah, just such a good game. I don't need to talk about it more though. Other than that, mainly what I've been playing is just some stuff on my Vita. Well, I've been doing some other stuff. So one of the things I've decided I wanted to do is go back to old games that not that this matters to most people, but for the trophy aspect of things, there's a lot of games, especially in the PS3 era, that I started, played just enough to earn one trophy, and then never went back to for whatever reason. In the PS3 era specifically, I was in my late teens, early 20s is when I was never home. So I would download the free games on PS Plus. I would borrow stuff, check stuff out from GameStop, try things. I just didn't commit to a lot during that time period. So I went on. So there's this site called PlayStation or PSN Profiles where you can link your PlayStation profile to it, and it tracks your trophy progress on every game, and it gives you, I don't know what the word is, but just data that PlayStation doesn't provide you. So it'll tell you how many, what your average percentage is for finishing games, trophy wise. And it also tells you how many games you completed off of the data they're able to pull and stuff. But my trophy completion rate or percentage is only 40%, despite the fact that I have a lot of platinums and a lot of games that I have 100%ed.
That's still a lot more than I think most people can probably say.
Well, then me being me, that was that is too low.
Right.
That's not good enough. So I was now I have to figure out what I can do. So what I did was I have my PS3 hooked up. I have a PST, one of the 3D PSTVs that I have mounted in my game room. So I'm I'm going to go through and I'm going to download all of those games that I played and earned one trophy on, and I'm going to start playing them, and I'm going to start earning more trophies. So I've done that, though not to the success rate that I would like. I did download Sonic 1. There was a Genesis, a crappy port of it. And I mean, it's a perfectly fine port. It's just a low effort port of it on
bare bones.
Yeah, bare bones. But it was that on PS3, and that apparently is delisted now because I owned it. I could download it.
Hey.
And it was one of those, I played it. I apparently probably played just through Green Hill Zone level 1 and earned some kind of trophy. And I was like, I'm doing it. So I played through Sonic 1. I earned most of the trophies. I still have to play through it again and do like a speed run to do one more trophy. But I'm going to say this. I love Sonic the Hedgehog, like especially Sonic 2. I haven't played Sonic 1 in a very long time. So for anybody who hasn't played Sonic 1 or hasn't played Sonic 1 in a long time.
Game sucks.
Yeah, that game is not very good. Like,
Green Hill Zone is the best level of Sonic 1, and it is the first level.
Yeah, it does just go downhill. Like and the main reason being there's no spin dash. So like the spin dash wasn't introduced until Sonic 2, and so it's a clunky platformer at that point. So you don't. So there's times when you're trying, Sonic, you spin dash and you go up slopes and you go, you take out enemies going really fast, but you just have to use momentum to do that stuff in Sonic 1. And I remember playing this game as a kid and liking it just fine, and probably not even really registering that it didn't have the spin dash, even though I'd played Sonic 2 well before I ever played Sonic 1. But as an adult, I'm like, I am way worse at video games now, I guess, because I am struggling. I got through it, but it was some trial and error and some save state abusing because I got frustrated.
I was gonna say, I'm like, it's funny because it's like we think about certain game franchises and how they evolve over time, right? And you're like, these things are just kind of standard, but Sonic 1 really was like, Green Hill Zone works very well because of the way it's designed. Then you go to the second one and it's Labyrinth Zone, and it feels like you're playing a completely different video game at that point with a character that is not made for the area that you are going into.
Yeah, it's rough. It really is very rough at times. But that being said, it was still a somewhat fun experience. I enjoyed going. I guess the point I was getting at is doing some of this trophy stuff is giving me reason to play some of these games again that I hadn't played in a long time. The one other game I've been playing is a game it's another game that's apparently delisted, so you can't even download it anywhere, but it's called Sideways New York. And I guarantee probably nobody listening to this has even heard of it because it was just a little indie game. But it is, so the best way I could compare it to is the areas in Mario Odyssey where you turn into a hieroglyph and you do like the platforming on the walls. It's basically like that. You're a person that did like spray painting and tagging and stuff, and you get turned into like spray paint basically. So the whole game is platforming done via like walls and like using like real life obstacles like garbage cans or like what are they called, like the staircase fire escapes and stuff to block you. Anyway, it's a cool looking game, and I do remember this game being something that I probably got on PlayStation Plus. I couldn't have told you anything about it, but I've been playing through it, and I'm actually really enjoying it. And I kind of feel like it's a shame that I can't even recommend it to anybody, because unless you grabbed it at some point, which most people listening probably don't have it, I don't know how you would play it other than maybe some emulating site somewhere. Yeah,
it's on Steam.
Oh, is it still on Steam?
It's $10 on Steam.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. It's on Steam. So it's just delisted on PlayStation, I guess. Anyway, I've really enjoyed it. Good platformer. Plays really well. Like you get, your upgrades and stuff. Your classic double jump, a grapple type hook to swing around. Yeah, fun game. And I just like the concept of that. Like, I like unique art styles, and because you're a spray paint dude walking along the walls and the roofs of buildings. It made it kind of unique.
It's kind of also like, I kind of looked at it on the page a little bit, and it reminded me a little bit of what is it? Link Between Worlds.
Yeah,
a little bit. It kind of reminds me of the sections where you like become like just the hieroglyphic like link on the wall, except that's just the game. Yeah,
exactly. So, that's definitely a good example or good whatever. It's a good comparison. There we go. So that's been kind of fun, giving me reasons to try to play some stuff. I downloaded a bunch of games, so I'll be playing some more random stuff here and there. But then on my Vita, I recently got Shovel Knight, a physical copy of Shovel Knight. I played Shovel Knight when it came out. I had it digitally on 3DS, and I really enjoyed it. But it's been 10 plus years since then. So
jeez, man.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm probably closer to 12 at this point. Anyway,
don't keep adding years, please don't.
Was it 15?
I'm the youngest one here, and I'm feeling the age.
But yeah, I played through it again on my Vita. It's just such a solid game. Like this, it is. a love letter to the NES platformers like DuckTales, and I mean specifically, I think that's where they got their inspiration from, was the DuckTales NES game. But very good game, great music. The enemy versatility and the bosses and stuff is great. Just a very enjoyable game. I played through it once, and I'm doing another playthrough, like a no death playthrough, and it's basically you die and you just hard reset and try again.
Oh man.
But so like once I beat a level, I don't lose all my progress. I'm like, if I die, I'm like, nope, hard close, going back. Yeah, it's called a cheat mode because I ain't good enough to do it all without dying.
Right, yeah.
Anyway, if you haven't heard of Shovel Knight yet, I don't know how that's possible, but great game. And then lastly, the other game I've been playing on my Vita. This game I think is on cell phones, and it's like a 1-bit roguelite game. It's called Downwell.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, and I've had this game for years, and I've played it off and on for years. I really enjoy it, but it is so hard. But yeah, literally, you're a little dude sprite, and you jump down a well, and he has a gun in his shoes, I guess, or his boots, and you use the momentum of shooting to like help you float. And then you can jump on enemies, or obviously some enemies you can't. But basically, you're falling down a well, and you're trying to kill enemies in chain combos. And then there's little side rooms you can go in to grab gems or get different kinds of weapons. There's machine gun, burst, and everything. And it's a very simple game, but very difficult. Mm-hmm. And like I said, this is a game I've gone back to on my Vita for probably off and on for 10 years. There was a big gap in there where I didn't play it at all. I still haven't beaten this game. No. And it's not that long. I'm probably just bad, is what it is. I have gotten to the final boss quite a few times, and I feel like it goes on too long. Because there's only so many hearts you can get, and I'm like, how come I can't beat it? But yeah, it's still a fun game, and it's super cheap all the time. It's like I see Wario64 post about it that it's less than $1 on Steam or PSN or your phone stores, whatever. It's a good phone. Like I can see it being a perfect phone game because of the way it's made in a horizontal kind of display, so it should play really easy on a phone, I would think, and not very complex button scheme.
Yeah, I have a friend who plays it on his Switch pretty regularly. I'm pretty sure you and I know the same person who really loves this. Gabe.
Oh,
Gabriel.
I didn't know Gabe.
He loves Downwell.
I need to talk to him about Downwell now.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's probably beat it because he ain't a chump like me.
Well, there was several times where we would do like we go. Well, for any context, me and Chris used to work together at the same workplace. We would go out to Central Washington, and there'd be nights where we come back from like a lawn job, and on the TV he has his Switch hooked up, and he's just playing Downwell for like an hour or two, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna go get some food? Okay, yeah, sure." Yeah. It's just gone through like an entire run of the game by that point, but it's like, yeah, I've seen plenty of it, and I'm just like, cool.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games that for some people it's going to be more fun to watch than play. It is very frustrating because there are times it's one of those games. It's a bit of a roguelite in the sense that you unlock more as you play, like different styles and everything. But you can have a run where you've made it through 2-3 worlds. There's 5 worlds with 3 zones each. You can have a run where you make it through 2 or 3 and it's just like perfect. You're getting all the right upgrades. You're not taking any damage. Like everything's going great. And then all of a sudden it's just like the crappiest things happen to you. And you're like, taking hit after hit after hit. All of a sudden you have like 2 hearts left. And like, it's just like your whole, and just like that, the momentum just changed completely. And it is very frustrating. But
it's not a roguelite, is it? Or a roguelike in a sense?
I don't think it is. I don't know what to compare it to. It does have some of that progression because the more you play, the more forms you unlock, which then gives you the opportunity to like change your play style a little bit. But that's it. It doesn't have as much progression as a normal roguelite.
It's not like things change each run necessarily.
No, like the runs are this. I mean, the room layouts can change, but overall everything's pretty similar.
Okay, got it.
All right, so that's basically it for what I've been playing. So let's go ahead and we'll move into the main topic. So what we're going to do here is we decided we're going to rank video game consoles according to how we feel their design is. So this is a completely feeling basis. This is not there's no what's the word I'm looking for? This is not based off of any kind of like objective measure. This is our basic feeling. So what it is we talked about it a bit, and the way we decided to do this is basically just focus on the consoles that we kind of appreciate the most, which narrowed us down to Nintendo, PlayStation, Sega, Xbox. So it's kind of sacrilegious in a sense. So when I was talking to Jaiden about this, because he came up with the idea, and I was kind of I was fine tuning like the process for it. And when I was talking to him about it, at first I was like, I don't really want to talk about like the Ataris and like ColecoVision and stuff because I don't really have a lot of experience. So I feel like I just naturally would rate them low. Mm-hmm. And but then on the first rendition of the list that I sent him, it did have like Atari Jaguar on it and TurboGrafx and some of those more obscure 2000 or 90s like consoles that even though we're more familiar with, we still don't have as much appreciation for. So the end decision was let's just focus on what we know, and it kind of will help the episode go a little more smoothly and be less bloated too. Yeah, because we just have less to say about those consoles.
Right.
So how this is going to work is we've only done a few ranking episodes in the past, but it's going to be kind of based off of that concept. I'm just going to throw out a console, and then we're going to say where we personally have it ranked. And sometimes that might go as quick as we all say, well, this is 10, and then like I had it at 10, and then we're like, oh, well, not much to say. We can maybe have a little bit to say, but that's where we'll end up on the list at number 10 in the ranking. Or sometimes I say I have a console at number 1, and Gary has that console at number 23, because there's 23 total consoles here, and then Jaiden has it somewhere else. We'll average it out accordingly. You can change your minds at mid. We do have the opportunity to to talk people into why it might be. We feel like it might be higher or lower, but obviously we can't force each other to change our opinion.
No, it must be number 17. You must put the Virtual Boy at number 4.
This is the definitive list, so
yeah. No, it's 100%. This is definitive. Once this is written, nobody else's lists will matter.
Yeah, whatever you guys write in the comments, it's not valid. Whatever your dad thought, no, it's not here.
Your dad's wrong.
Your dad's wrong. You're even more wrong. As
I disagree because you are wrong.
Yeah. All right.
You're wrong and I am right. That's how this works.
That's just basic.
Yeah.
All right. So like I said, I don't plan on starting with NES and ending with Switch 2. I'm just gonna throw out random consoles and we're just gonna go for that. I think that
make it
adds a little spice to it.
Yeah.
We need like the what is it, the Wheel of Fortune wheel with this thing.
Yeah. that would have been. I thought of like there has to be a way to like computerize this to make it easier for us, but I'm not smart enough to figure that out, so I just moved on and I figured this is going to work. I made more work for myself.
It's all right.
And so for listeners, NES to Switch 2, the amount of consoles we have is 1 to 23. So we'll be ranking. Well, our numbers will be from 1 to 23.
Yep. Y'all thought a top 10 was great. No, we have a top 23.
Amen, baby.
Come on, man. And get with the times. The 1, 2, 3. We got this.
I will be doing my best to keep track of all these as we go. And there will be an opportunity at the end to change things a little bit if we want to. But anyway, let's get started. I'm going to start out with the console that we have sitting on the table here for us. Don't ask why. But that would be the Sega Genesis Model 1.
Oh, man.
I should give one last note, too, for the listeners at home. We are basing this list completely off of launch consoles. So no revisions. I didn't take into consideration like color variants of the console other than ones that launched.
Special edition.
Yeah, our special editions. This is just the basic launch console. So for the Sega Genesis Model 1, this would not include the Model 2 or the Model 3. We are just talking about the Model 1. And those are not on this list. So I'm trying to make this less confusing, but I feel like I'm adding too many words. All right, Sega Genesis Model 1. Where do you guys have this on your list?
Oh, man. Out of the 23 spots.
So for me, I have it kind of right smack dab in the middle, almost. I have it at number 11.
Man.
I think it's a cool looking console. it's kind of the time that late 80s, early 90s boxy yet round look that they liked to do. And it's very weird that it has the volume knob on it and a spot where you can plug in headphones. I never used that, but it is kind of cool.
Back when we sat that close to the TV and the console.
Yeah, right.
You were in...
TVs were smaller then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like the console aesthetically enough, but it's not one of my favorites, which is why it kind of falls in the middle.
Yeah,
that's fine.
And the problem I kind of have to agree. My thought process is, does this end up in a top 20 or in a top 10 for me? I don't think it's a top 10 considering what else we have here on the list, but it's iconic for, I don't want to say all the wrong reasons, but it definitely has a lot of interesting design choices that Sega was going for here. And it just kind of feels like they built it for a very specific purpose. And maybe my brain's also going to the idea of like how they added attachments to things later on and stuff like that too. Or the end game of the Genesis just looks like a hodgepodge Frankenstein console after you have everything connected to it.
Oh, it is pretty crazy.
But just the original one, it's neat. I'm probably gonna put it at... Man, I don't want to make it seem like I'm dissing the console. I'm thinking about put it like, I agree with Chris. I'll probably put it in like a 15 spot.
Okay. So we're at 15, 11. What do you say, Jaiden?
I was talking to you before Gary got here because I never seen one in person, and I must say, in person, this thing's a lot nicer than, I don't know, the impression I got from just knowing an idea of what it looks like. It's a very, like you guys were saying, like 80s. There's a lot of roundness, but also like, these square, these shapes. The way it's shaped is just so 80s. I love it. It's the black and then these weird unnecessary like ridges on the left.
Yeah, it's like vents.
It's
but they don't vent anything.
Right. It's like there's like some negative space there. They just threw something on there to make it look more visually appealing. It gives me like Star Wars like Empire like vibes.
It's the retrofuturism sort of deal.
Yeah. And I can't help but just kind of like it. Maybe it's a little bit of recency bias, but thing looks pretty sick. And he also got those big bold gold letters saying this is 16-bit.
Yeah.
Just because this came out 89, right?
Uh-huh.
So
it beat Nintendo by like maybe like a year or two or something like that.
Crazy. Yeah. Man, Sega Genesis during the height of NES. But yeah, good solid little console. I would actually put this one at, what do I have it as? At at last second just threw everything together to make sure I don't forget. I place this one. I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna put you at number 9.
Oh,
not that it's necessarily top 10 like what you were saying, but
technically it is.
I mean, my reasoning is I have a lot more consoles that I dislike. For that reason, this one's a little higher up there.
Right.
Not one of my favorites because we haven't known each other for very long, but
but I know you well enough to put you in my top 10.
That's a nice looking console.
Okay.
All right. So you put it at 9. Gary put it at 15. I put it at 11. So does that mean we average to 12? I think that math makes sense. What do you guys think?
Yeah. 12 seems about right. That seems like a fair assessment here.
All right. And if you guys want me to go over what we have ranked at any point, just let me know. It might not hurt to do that a couple times for the listeners as well. All right, so first one down, the Genesis Model 1 is number 12. All right, let's throw another one out here. Let's do Xbox 360.
Oh,
360, man.
So this is the OG model.
OG. No Slim, no E model. That most people don't even know what the E model is.
But the Slim model looks so much better. the original launch Xbox 360 is pretty obviously very iconic for good and bad reasons. Red Ring of Death, all that type of stuff. But if we're going off of like aesthetics, man, I think it's neat. I don't know too many people who own an original Xbox 360
because they're all
anymore.
broken.
That's what I was gonna say.
They're all dead.
So I don't know. Maybe that might affect my ranking on that a little bit more because if we're going from original design, right?
Yeah. I mean, here's my thought on the 360. I agree, it's iconic. The 360 did a lot for gaming in general, but that's not what we're talking about.
Right.
We're just talking about aesthetics. I think that if it doesn't have the hard drive on it, it looks weird. If it has the hard drive on it,
It looks even more weird.
it looks weird.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the most aesthetically pleasing console. I do think it's cool that the faceplates are interchangeable. But then once you put a faceplate on it that was different than what it came with, it still stood out kind of strange.
Are the faceplates interchangeable on the original model?
Yes.
Really?
They are, yeah.
Because I remember the S model having those, but I don't remember the original one. Wait, did the original one have the C-3PO variant?
No,
or?
that was that was a slim.
Okay.
The R2D2 variant.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's just the front faceplate on the original ones. You could switch
Oh,
off.
gotcha. Oh, yeah, that's right. There was a Madden one, wasn't there?
Yeah, they did all kinds. They did a Blue Dragon one. But anyway, that's also not really neither here nor there with the ranking. Personally, I've never been a fan of the aesthetic of the 360. If we were ranking it based off of other models, this would change, but I have it at 20.
Wow.
Man.
If you were to ask me at the time, my opinion, I don't think it would have been very, very positive. But I don't know. Nowadays, and this topic for tonight, just thinking about it, I was like, I kind of weirdly, I don't know. I kind of like it. It's it is iconic. It is weird, doing that I forgot. I learned the reason why it was doing that, and I forget the the exact wording. So, sorry, this is dumb sounding. Then why am I even mentioning this? But yeah, I don't know. It's
concave structure a little bit. Yeah,
there's a dog
Yeah.
drinking some water right now, and I can't concentrate.
It's fine.
I didn't drink that water. So jammed
Xbox
up.
360.
She said 23. That's crazy.
She's like number one. What?
It just looks just so. I don't know. It has a simple, clean design that I gotta. I don't know that I.
It just vibes with you.
And the big old button, I know, there's bad vibes associated with the lights around it, but I mean, that's a nice button to press.
And I do like that the number of quarter lights that light up there are according to how many players are playing a game. That is cool.
See, there's so much thought put into this design here. Yeah, I weirdly have I don't know what I'm still trying to think of every time I start the sentence. I would think the exact wording would come to me, but it's not. I respect this console and its design, even though I might not have always. I like it. I have him though at around 11, so
Okay.
kind of in the middle there.
Yeah, I feel pretty closely to that. I mean, I'm just looking at the rest of the consoles that we have listed here, and I think when it stacks up to those, I kind of feel very safe because I'm looking at it in terms of hey, I have the Genesis at number 15. I'm actually kind of safe saying 360s at number 14.
Okay.
Just a little bit above the Genesis in terms of the original Genesis in terms of where it kind of looks to me. I think they kind of fall into that same bracket, at least for me.
All right, that makes sense. So you said 11?
I think so.
So
Yes, I did. Sorry.
This is me averaging. Is just me doing my best to figure these out. I think if you had it at 11, Gary had it at 14, and I had it at 20, then I feel like it would average around 16.
Okay, that sounds about right.
All right. I'm not upset with that. Just because I feel it's on the lore doesn't mean I also don't don't hate this console
Right.
either. Like, it's not my favorite, but I do understand why 16 seems fair. I guess is what I'm getting at. All right, let's do a Nintendo one.
Oh boy.
We did Sega, we did Xbox. Let's go with the Wii.
The Wii.
The OG Wii.
Where do
that little controller.
Where do you guys have the Wii ranked at?
Well, see, my list says it's above the Genesis Model 1, but I'm looking at the Genesis right now, and I'm like, are you sure? Jaiden? Who wrote this? So I have it above Genesis at number 8 for me.
Okay.
I also like the 360, just doing that vertical thing. I guess PS3 also did that at the time, huh? Were they also standing that thing up vertically?
A lot of them had vertical stands, but not necessarily were they. Like the PS3 was not necessarily designed to be.
Yeah, I don't think I knew
stand.
anybody that did like actually stood their PS3 vertically. 360 and Wii was common.
Yeah.
The PS3 had we haven't gotten to PS3 yet, but PS3 had this really weird thing where you can switch the logo.
Yeah.
So it looked,
it's a cool
looked
little
right.
feature, yeah.
So when you stood it up, but it's whatever.
So I think I might surprise you guys here with my Wii ranking.
Okay.
I have the Wii at number 1.
Okay.
So first off, I know they can end up looking bad because of the glossy look, but I feel like a clean Wii in the stand that it can. No, that sounded funny. A clean Nintendo Wii.
A nice clean Wii.
How mature are we?
Not very.
Okay, so the console sitting on the silver stand that it came with, when it's sitting up, when it's on with that blue light, and when it's all in perfect shape, the front little panel isn't broken, the GameCube covers on the top aren't broken.
Right.
That glossy white with that blue light, I think it's just really clean. I just really like the look of it. It
is, yeah.
I like I said, in the stand and everything, like it had that. And there's a little nostalgia here. Like I think anybody listening knows, like I'm like the Wii's whatever. Like I don't like as far as the console goes. Like I don't collect very heavily for it. I don't have a lot of like fun. I do have fond memories of playing games, but I don't. Whatever. That's not the point. The Wii's fine, but as far as the look goes, I really am a big fan of the look of the Wii. And something about that blue light is just
I know.
very appealing to me. Like I remember when you'd get updates and stuff and the light would come on, like in the middle of the night, it would start blinking blue at you, and it was just so exciting. I don't know. I just think it's a clean looking console.
Dude, yeah. I like it for that reason too. It is clean, and it looks good on the stand. It has that like that like slope to it too, which the stand makes, because it is a rectangle when it's not in there. Which this thing on its side also looks pretty good. I guess I would just dock it because in use, with the GameCube controller flaps opened up.
Oh yeah.
In use, it's a little weird looking, especially if you have it stood upright. It's really dumb looking with all those GameCube controllers just coming out like hair. It just looks weird. But yeah, overall it is very clean, very simple. The buttons are just a good size. They feel good to press.
Yeah.
I'll count that in there too. Yeah, and the lights going on. You got different colors for if there's a game in there, if there's not, if it's on. I like the design a lot.
You see, this is where I probably am becoming the contrarian here in the room. Because to me, I like the Wii. I wouldn't put it on the lower end of my list for sure. But I think when I think about that time of whenever I would go over to somebody's house and I'd see a Wii, as a child, I was really excited, obviously, because it meant Wii bowling and Wii sports and all that type of stuff. Or if I was at my friend's house with Mario Party. But I think about it in terms of like the design, and I also think about the other consoles on the list. I don't feel comfortable like necessarily putting it above certain things, because I think it's sleek and all that, and it's minimalist on purpose. It doesn't excite is the thing for me. I think I look at it and I see a white box on a stand. I enjoy it. I love that the fact the original model has GameCube compatibility. There's one thing I don't fully agree with Jaiden's here on saying that all the buttons were necessarily easy to push. When you had to sync up a Wii remote, that thing was a freaking nightmare, dude.
All right, you're
I don't
not
know.
wrong.
I mean,
that
it
was
was
bad.
It was like, what are we? It would say 10 seconds. Hold it for 10 seconds, and it would never work. It worked sometimes, and eventually, once you got it, you're like, thank God, now I can play 4-player.
Do I gotta teach you how to sync your Wii controllers?
Hey man, it was mid 2000s. I was definitely a child, and I don't know. I guess the buttons were either too small, or I just didn't really. Then again, I'll also put my own family here on blast. We are not necessarily the most like technologically savvy people in our house. Like, I'm probably the one person who knows how a computer fully works, but as far as that goes, it was just like, that's what I associate the original Wii with in my brain. A lot of great memories, but also a lot of memories where I'm like, I'm not entirely impressed by how it looks. If we're going off of aesthetics, it's iconic, it's nostalgic, but I think for me, where do I? It sounds like I'm gonna put it like in 20. I'm not. I assure you. But man, I'm almost putting it. I'm almost kind of just filling out this middle section right now, and I feel comfortable putting it at like 12.
Okay.
Personally.
I'm very curious to know like what your what consoles you really like are.
There's gonna be.
Where'd you have it, Jaiden?
I have it at number 8.
12.
I need to remember again. I need to open the I thought the sync button on the because you open that little
you open it up, but it is a smaller button.
I thought it was a bigger rectangle. The Wiimotes,
like
Wii remotes have
that
tiny button,
but you have to press both of them at like the same time.
Not sure if that's how you do it.
Well, you know what? You know what?
Well, let's just finish the ranking.
I need to do this again.
I think it settles at 5. If I had it at 1, you had it at 8, and Gary had it at 12. Does that seem right?
12. Wouldn't that be 5 or 6?
5 or let's just put it at 6. I think that's fair.
Wait. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know actually.
All right. Well,
Maybe you're right.
We'll just say 5 or 6 either way. I feel like that's fair.
I'm making friends this episode.
I like the differing opinions here. All right, let's go PlayStation here, and let's go PS2. Let's go to the best-selling console of all time. This is just
It pains me to go to PS2 because I remember when you sent me this list, I was like, oh, God, I already know.
Well, where do you have it at?
Not in the top 10, unfortunately.
Well, okay.
Why did we invite you?
Let's leave it. Let's leave it there for a second, Gary. Where do you have it at, Jaiden?
Number 1.
That's your number 1.
I love this thing, man. I'm like, I don't know. There's just the. I want to say the simplicity again, but I mean, it kind of has like more going on. It's this thick black box. It's got these ridges on the edges, and then just all black. You just get these little splashes of blue on the front. The PS2 logo is that like blue and green. It's and I know there's a little bit of good vibes associated with this box and pressing the buttons. But I do think like I'm trying to whatever bias or whatever aside, like. I think it's just a well-rounded, well-designed, little box. And I just feel I feel like Ash, just like the perfect organism, alien. It's just, I love this thing. It's simple, but
I mean, I'll be honest. I love the PS2. I do think it's an easy look, but I guess for me personally, it might not appeal to me on a visual aspect as much as it does others. I have it at 12. So it doesn't. I mean, and by the logic of this list, it doesn't break the top half, I guess. But I mean, I love the console, and I do like. I don't hate looking
that's the
at
opinion
it,
police right now. Come after
my heart. Oh, we just broke.
They say, what about the Wii? They say, what about the PS2?
Oh man. Anyway,
so Gary, you said you don't have it in the top half. Where do you have it?
Oh, man, I wouldn't put it in the bottom half. But my biggest gripes with the original PlayStation 2's model is almost kind of like
Conversation going over.
it's almost kind of like the same reasons as some people kind of like it. I don't like it being so big. Like, I think this also comes down to the fact that when I got a PS2, I got the slim variant, which I know is not necessarily like people have come to learn is not like a good aging variant as time goes on. But like, man, it felt
They
like
both have their issues, but yeah.
yeah. Well, I think the big one, I felt almost like there was. And this is gonna sound weird, maybe like for where I place other things on my list, but this just felt. I guess at the time, it was pretty cool for aesthetics and stuff like that, because it was like, this is the serious console, right? You have like the GameCube out at the same time. You also have like the Dreamcast, and eventually you have like, well, Xbox wasn't necessarily in the running until like a certain point,
Right.
but which at that point too, it was also like, we're also the serious console.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I think when it stacks up comparatively to those, I don't feel like the initial design gives off a whole lot of identity. I feel like the identity associated with it comes from the experience of playing the games associated with PlayStation 2. I don't necessarily know if it necessarily comes from the console design itself, which is why I don't feel strongly about putting it in 10. I don't want to put it all the way down below, but it's like, yeah, to me again, it looks like it's very box-like shape sort of deal. Not in like a not in an interesting way for me. Like a lot of these, yeah, if we want to boil it down and be really reductionist about this, all these are just boxes.
Right.
But like, it's the shape and the way it's designed. It doesn't exactly make me go ooh and ah. So
Well, it makes me do that.
well, good for you. But hey, it's just, you know.
I mean, keep in mind, the end goal here is that we are just going with our opinions. I think the PS2 is a great console. Like, and I do like to look at it. But when I wrote my list, it was a very vibe-based list. Like, I was like, what do I like to look at?
Yeah, sure.
What do I like this? What do I like this? And it's just kind of where it landed. I will say, I don't think one console on this list is a console that I don't think there's any that I'm like, ugh, I don't ever want to look at this ugly thing. There's a couple.
Well, I've seen this list.
Maybe it's just me then. But anyway, yeah, I had it at 12. Where did you have it at, Gary?
I'm gonna put it at 16.
And Jaiden had it at number 1.
Let me check. Yeah, 1.
So then,
Very good.
That would average it
Box.
around 9 or 10.
Wow.
Is that right?
I forgot you guys' numbers.
12,
But sure.
16,
that.
and 1. I want to say about 9. I feel like 9 is fair.
It's gonna be a really interesting
9
top 10.
might not be fair. But
I know. None of us are going to be happy. But it's
Why is the
definitive.
Virtual Boy number 1?
How did that happen?
hey, we're talking about the Virtual Boy. Let's do the Virtual Boy.
Oh,
Hey, yo.
man. Do I...
You brought it up.
We all just laughed at this thing collectively.
I love the Virtual Boy.
Okay, make a defense for it.
Okay, I think
Where do
it
you
is
put
a
it?
cool piece of hardware. I did not have a Virtual Boy growing up, even though it was about 8 or no, when did it come out? I was 9 when it came out. So I was of the age where I could have remembered it, but it was such a hit, came and went so quick. Obviously, like I had no experience with it as a kid. Mm-hmm. But I remember the first time when I saw one in person and thinking like, man, this thing is way cooler than I thought it would look. And yes, it's a big clunky red visor and it sits on that stand. I don't know. I think it's clean. I think it looks like it's a cool display piece. I have the Virtual Boy. Where do I have it? I have it at number 3.
Really? Oh, it really could have been made number 1, Jaiden. This is crazy.
Oh, I was pretty sure you guys would not have it that high. I know that it's
man.
kind of a wild take to some people, but I love. To me, like I've had a Virtual Boy promptly on display since I've had one. Like not every console is left out and as something to look at. And yes, it's a collectible. It's a collectible. So in that case,
Right.
yes, it makes it displayable. But I just think it looks cool. And then Jaiden made the thumbnail for the Virtual Boy episode we did, 3 or 4 episodes ago, and he made it look even cooler.
It's like that Darth Vader when he's getting the mask put on for the first time.
Yeah.
That's what sticking your face in one of these feels like.
Well,
Your
anyway,
whole body's burned.
I very much so know it's not going to stay anywhere near 3, but I'm curious to hear where you guys have it.
It's just.
I should really look at one in person because I don't think I have. But what were you gonna say?
I mean, you're going. Go ahead.
Oh, because yeah, just from what I know how it looks, I've always seen this as like a barbecuer. Those I swear I've seen like red ones with the legs.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly
that's
like
what
that.
my brain
Interesting. I mean,
associates.
you're not wrong.
I
see
weirdly
that.
get excited when I would see like these barbecuers because I'm just like, oh, virtual. No, that's not a virtual. Too tall.
This won't play Wario.
Yeah. So, but then it's also interesting how like for such a failed console and like such a quote unquote forgettable console, it's also so weird and unique looking. So it's like weirdly iconic despite being forgotten. It's like this weird. So I got to respect it. For that. It's a weird little guy.
Yeah, I've always seen it. Yeah, I've always thought this. I'm like, this just looks like a toy. It really, and not to be disrespectful, but it really did feel like the Virtual Boy was the stopgap between the Super Nintendo and the N64 because the N64 was taking way too long to come out. We know that through the history of Nintendo, and it just a lot of stuff about it just screamed to me like it's trying to be a halfway between like. It's almost hard for me to like put it in the same realm sometimes as like mainline consoles because like when I think console, I think like connectivity to the TV, and the Virtual Boy wasn't that. It was its own tabletop sort of stand thing. There really wasn't anything much like it, and I guess we can give it its flowers for that for sure. But at the same time, it's just. The way it looked, it always looked like a toy to me. It always looked like a tabletop set piece, and like you say, it's a great display thing. But I don't think of it as like console.
Well, even before you got here, even Jaiden mentioned like he didn't think of it as a console. He was thinking of it as a handheld. It technically is a console, but yeah, you're right. It leans a little bit more. It's a personal device, so it leans a little bit away from that at the same time.
I not that like I'm advocating it not to be on the list since we already have it, but it's kind of like for those reasons I don't feel very strongly like attached to it as being a top 10 contender in my personal
perfectly fair. I understand that completely. I know my personal list would look very different than any normal top 10 list.
Right.
All right, so where do you have it, Gary?
Okay, I'm like on a warpath to get my like middle stuff going here. I'm gonna put it at 18.
Okay, Jaiden.
Yeah, this feels harsh. Yeah. So I have him at 21.
Okay.
Which is pretty low.
Just kill Chris. Why don't you?
Guys, if we all had the same opinion, this list would be very boring. So
I do got some respect for it, but
no,
he's kind of weird.
Everybody has to have things down there, and it's not going to be the same for everybody, or else, like I said, this list would be boring. So I had it at 3. Gary had it at 18. Jaiden had it at 21. I think that brings it to about 15.
Yeah.
Above the 360, baby.
It's got a little more personality than
right.
the 360, I guess.
Oh yeah.
All right, what are we doing next?
It's weird.
Let's do another Xbox. Let's do the Series X.
Let's go.
I do think it's funny we have both the Series X and the Series S.
Even
separate entries.
They're separate consoles. Like I felt like I had to include both of them.
I mean, I guess it's weird because they're both in the same generation. So it's like,
But when people develop for it, they have to develop for it differently, which makes it unique. Like.
Yeah, because one's significantly worse than the other.
You're 100% correct.
Worse or better?
All right, where do you guys have the Series X at?
I've got this at number 4. I love this
Really?
design. It should be like goofy looking, but it just something about it just works. I just love this just tall monolith, like cube thing. It's not a cube. It's a.
There's a much better cube on this list. I can guarantee you that.
Well, not on my list.
How dare you?
I love the Xbox refrigerator or whatever nickname it goes by. It's just a big old guy who
He's a big boy.
He is
is just. I don't know why it's.
If you turn on its side, it's a rocket launcher.
It does kind of look weird on its side, I will say. It doesn't look right. It should be placed vertically.
Well, Jaiden,
Something about it I can't explain, but it just works. There's just something simple about it. There's like nothing on the sides. It's all just on the back, and you got like 2 buttons on the front, and just this little slot for the disc. Yeah, I really like this design. Like, even when they first announced it, I'm like, I kind of want that. And I wasn't an Xbox guy, but it played like a part in like me choosing like which to go for. It didn't, and that wasn't the main reason I got it, was because I like how it looks, but that was a small little aspect there.
Gary, where do you have it?
Where do I begin? I always felt that the design of the Series X was super underwhelming. I thought it was really funny, the memes of like the fridge, right?
Yeah.
The memes and all that. And they kind of played into it with their marketing a little bit there too, every once in a while. Yeah. But it's just, I'm trying not to let my own unattachment to Xbox at this point in time influence this, but I really just, there's some cool aspects to the Series X that I will admit. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is like some of that like green under pattern of like the top.
Yes.
Yeah. That I think is kind of cool. But the thing is that if you display it just like as its top, you're not really seeing that too much. It's neat. I love consoles with a distinct personality. I know the Virtual Boy had personality, okay, but it's this.
I don't care about personality. I just care about looks.
But to me, it was like, it's almost minimalist to a fault in a sense for me. So I'm like, I think I'd put it. I'm sorry, Jaiden. I'm gonna put it at 20. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it at 20. I don't see. I'm glad it's for somebody. It's just not for me.
I'm sorry, Jaiden. I actually have it at 20 as well.
Maybe I'm the odd one here. Like,
I don't. You're probably not. It just personally, like, it's never done anything for me. I will say, if we were including console variations, so like the Halo, the Master Chief one, and then the Galaxy one they did, if those were included, like, I think those look so sleek that it would probably change this number for me. But just the base console, long story short, I bought a broken one off of OfferUp very recently, so I had one sitting around for a
I was going to
while.
say, did you see one in person?
Yeah. And
that might change your opinion.
And
I've seen one in person.
Yeah.
It did not.
It is cool, like you said, the green undertones and stuff. Like, I do like that, but overall, like, I was looking at it, I'm like, you really are an ugly. Like, and that was
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
You are one.
He was a predator to me.
It's like a square Bluetooth speaker that
Yeah.
you just put on the side of your.
Exactly, but like was mentioned, like I think it's hilarious that they leaned into it with the mini fridge. Like,
Right.
It's not like I'm not trying to disrespect it necessarily. It's just not for me. Like, I also think of, like, I thought about, like, if I was to fix it and like keep it, like, where would I put it? I was like, I don't even know. Like, it won't fit anywhere. Like, in the setup I have, like, it. I'm like, it's just so clunky. But anyway, that's just my opinion. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. You had it at number 6. Is that right?
Me?
Yeah.
I have it at number 4.
4. Dang, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's okay.
We both had it at 20. I don't know what that does to it.
To the guillotine with you.
Where does it put it? Help me do math here.
Wait, what is your guys' numbers?
Yeah,
We had it at
both
20 each. Yeah.
Oh, Then that would be kind of closer to 14, 15?
15's taken.
16?
16's taken.
Well,
How
okay,
does that work?
So what are the other? Well, don't we like move something up or down?
So if we wanted to put it at 15, we could move the Virtual Boy up.
I put the Virtual Boy over the Series X. That's what I put. And I already went on my spiel about the Virtual Boy.
Well, I wouldn't. So what is Chris? How does your?
I would definitely
Oh,
put the Virtual Boy above the Series X. So.
Okay. Well, we're
I
going
appreciate you
under
asking,
under Virtual Boy.
Democracy wins.
Wow. Yeah, the fridge and the barbecue were duked it out there.
Yeah.
Wait till you get to the George Foreman grill.
Frankly,
Trust me.
let's
there's-
let's just get it out of the way. Let's do the Series S.
Oh man.
Oh.
Series X. Yeah, I thought we were doing the same thing. Thinking, Series S. Man, this just reminded me of like the Xbox One S, because it's essentially that with some more of it. It doesn't scream like next gen to me, which was the kind of I wouldn't say it's necessarily it's a fault of. Well, it is the fault of Microsoft naming them all the same.
Oh yeah. It's like,
darn
we'll name this
thing.
one X this time. It's like,
We'll just
you
put-
always do that.
We'll put series in front of it, and it won't confuse anyone ever. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know. It's I honestly do think aesthetically I like the Series S a little bit better for like smaller. I've played on a Series S before, and its form factor is smaller. You can put it in better places. Fortunately, it doesn't perform necessarily really well, but I don't know. I like the white, and it's taking from the Series S design, which had like the sort of golf ball aesthetic to it with the grill and everything. But I also put the Wii at number 12, so I don't feel comfortable putting the Series S higher than that. I'm gonna put it at number 13.
I have it at 21. I had one.
Really?
It was fine. Like, I just think it doesn't have a lot of personality. Like, it just doesn't do much to stand out on its own. And it's also like a weird console to even exist. So like that really
It was
doesn't play in
designed
here,
for
but-
a purpose. If I ignore the fact there's no disk drive on this, design wise, I mean it's a box, and then they slapped a black circle on it to make it not just be a forgettable box. But I don't quite love that, just added circle onto it. I'm not big on that.
You're right. I'm putting it at number
So it's-
19.
You talked Gary down.
So it's funny how like the two Xbox consoles from the same gen, like there's such a divide in my list from going from 4 to I have Series S at 20. I don't quite hate it, but it just feels a little lazy to me. But I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. So I had it at 21. You had it at 20. Gary, you said you moved it to 18.
I moved it to 19.
19?
But
Oh,
if we,
so
but,
20
if
that
we,
work-
but if we all want to put it at 21, just to make it all easy.
I think we put it at 20.
Okay.
That's just an easy
That sounds good to me.
That's fine.
Xbox Series S. Okay.
Not the worst thing.
Okay, so currently, just a reminder for the list, where we have right now is that we have the Wii at number 6, PS2 at number 9, Genesis Model 1 at number 12, Virtual Boy at 14, Series X at 15, 360 at 16, Series S at 20. Okay, so there's a list update.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. We've only done...
I hate it.
Trust me, I'm sure we'll get to something where I'm not going to be happy either.
Let's go back to Nintendo. Let's do the OG. We're going to do the NES.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Where do I have the NES?
You don't even put it on the list.
Yeah, what's missing on my... How am I missing it on my list? Go ahead and talk, because I have to figure out why I missed it.
What can we say? This thing is heck iconic. It is hard to not notice once you find out that it was like redesigned in like under 2 hours by like two dudes.
Yeah.
We're talking about the American design, obviously. But I can't help but love this thing.
Yeah, it is one of those things where it kind of like the fact that it is such an iconic console and it's so you can't like separate the generation that it's from with that as well. This is also kind of like
Oh, there it is. I don't know how I missed that. Sorry.
to a certain extent, it's like it's almost like a jumping off point from like what the Atari was kind of looking like around the same time. It's sort of box like. How do we do the cartridges? The neat part about it is that it had a little latch to kind of hide the cartridges away, which also led to people using it as like stands for beer cans and bottles and stuff like that. You had longer controllers that weren't fused to the console like the Famicom. It kind of loses a little in its US edition. It kind of loses a little bit of like the Famicom's specific design, but yeah, I mean, it's good. If we're just going based off of the console and not the controllers. Not exactly a fan of the square controller.
You get the dog bone controller.
I did have the dog bone controller. It was a lot better. It was a lot more ergonomic. Squares hurt. That's all I can say.
How hard you gripping it, bro?
As a kid,
bleeding.
Hey man, let's just say Nintendo wasn't always about ergonomics for a while there.
We've come a long way.
Yeah,
I mean,
come quite a long way.
Sure.
I'd still put this pretty high up there. I'm almost. Do I put it in the top 5 or not? I'm gonna. For people who don't know, I haven't actually made my list. I'm making it as I go. I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable putting it in like number 5. NES.
That's fair. I personally have it at number 10. I feel like it. I don't think I could put it out of the top 10. I feel like for just iconic aspects alone, it had to be there. But then I ranked it against the rest of my top 10. I just felt like it was probably my least favorite aesthetically on a personal level. But I mean, very iconic. It is a cool system. Like I love the flap. I love the way you put in a game and push it down.
That feels good.
It just feels right. The buttons on the front, like it just very much so reminds me of my childhood. Like I do have a lot of love for the NES. As far as aesthetics go, there's consoles I like looking at more. So that's number 10 for me. Where'd you have it, Jaiden?
I have it at number 6.
5, 6, 10. So I think that puts it at 7.
Just looks pleasant, pleasing to the eye. And then the VCR style, putting the cartridge in. The reason why they did that was to specifically not make it look like a top loader, like an Atari. Make it look like a fancier piece of tech at the time, so it wouldn't be such an eyesore or what have you. I can't help but love it. It's great.
Yeah,
I get it. I agree. So we settled on number 7 then.
it has been settled.
Okay, let's do the Sega Master System. I feel like this is probably the least well known of the consoles for any of us.
There's
on
a
this
reason.
list.
There's a reason.
And I brought it up just so we can, in case you guys wanted a reminder for visuals.
No, the moment I looked on the list, that image is burned into my retina.
Dang, did the Master System hurt you? Like,
it's number 23. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I don't like the design of the Master System. It's neat that they wanted to go with some sort of like triangle pattern, I guess. It looks ugly. I don't know. I don't like its aesthetic.
So what's funny is I had it at the bottom of the list at one point as well. But then I was looking at it earlier and I was like, I think I have it for me personally. I think I had it at the bottom based off of just the pure fact that I'm not even like I've never even seen one in person. Like, I mean, that's probably not true. I've probably seen them at stores, but I never played one, never held a controller. But as I was actually looking at it, I was like, I kind of like this like 80s vibe that it had.
It
like,
looks so cool.
Yeah, I was like, it's actually kind of cool. So when I rethought about it and kind of looked at my list a little bit more, I resettled on. I put it at 18 on my list, so it's still not as high. But I was like, to be frank, the systems that are below it on my personal ranking, I just like looking at a lot less. So like, I think over time this could be higher for me, but based off of, I mean, of course, there's no way when you do a list like this, you can try to be as unbiased as possible, but nostalgia is going to play a factor. Sure. And unfortunately, the Master System gets hit by being the only console on this list that I have zero nostalgia for. Literally the only console on the list that there's no like, because I just, like I said, never had one. I've never played one. I barely even ever seen them. Like, I think if I had some more memory with it, I think it would be higher. But yeah, for now, it's 18 for me.
Come on, Jaiden. get me to raise this just a little higher from the 23 spot, because I'm struggling to come up with something here.
So for me in this case, this is how I know there's no bias, because I have no attachment to this thing. I've never seen one. Maybe I've seen one in like a retro store or something. I've never like. I've not no attachment to this box, but it just looks so nice. I like this design. Yeah, just this 80s.
I think
sleek.
That's it is so 80s. Out of anything on this console, it looks. Okay. There's only so many 80s consoles, but it really looks like it came right out of the 80s.
Yeah. I think a big flaw of it though that I'm aware of. Is this right? Does this have the start button on the console?
Oh, I don't even know. That's really unique, though.
I want to say it might be this console, or maybe I'm thinking of another console. So there was some weird thing where, like, back then you were probably sitting closer to your TV, but
yeah, you're right. It does. The pause button is on the console. That is crazy.
I think.
Dude, why does that make me like it more?
That makes me like it less.
That is so weird.
That is terrible, and it's okay. This is their first home console. They learned people weren't going to do that, but that does knock it down a little bit for me.
I feel like Sega's whole story is them learning that people aren't going to do that with each of their consoles.
And then the Dreamcast comes along and they put the cord on the wrong side of the controller.
I love the Sega consoles, but man, they always are like, and they're gonna do it this way. Why?
Man, I kind of want to get one of these now.
It just looks so nice.
It's so weird. And then the controller has a little joystick. Like, I don't know if I even knew that.
We're not talking controllers.
Dude, weird. I don't know. So where do you have it, Jaiden?
I have it at number 10, which 10? Since we're talking about Sega systems, also, I just want to say, Sega and their names for their consoles, like, I mean, I'm a Nintendo guy. I don't quite love every name, but Sega just, their naming. So we got Master System, Genesis, Saturn. Like, I freaking love every Sega console name. It's so cool. Dreamcast, and Game Gear, Nomad. It's like they were.
They knew what they were doing with the naming. They're really trying to get the kids that thought words were cool.
Yeah, favorite names. I love them. They're all great.
Genesis, despite being the first book of the Bible, it's still more associated by the Sega system for me.
Oh man. Well,
anyway, so
I think that discussion of just like how I'm trying to think about like how I'm going about like thinking about the bottom end of this list that I'm thinking of, and then thinking about, does the Sega Master System really deserve that? Maybe not. I don't know.
You seem to really dislike it, though. It's okay for you.
It's
not
very
to like it.
I think it's one of those things where, to me, it's kind of like if somebody was to ask me, put the Atari 2600 on this list. It's not going anywhere near the top 10 for me, because I see a lot of the flaws in it, but this is also coming from a perspective of somebody who grew up during the 3rd/4th generation of consoles where this type of stuff was already figured out at this point. So I don't know. It's a generation that like I have nostalgia for because I played them retroactively, but not necessarily in the sense that like I grew up during that generation, or like this was crazy, that this is insane. I'm like,
So where do you put it at?
Man, you know, just out of, I'm gonna put it next to the Virtual Boy. I'll put it at 17.
So you have it at 17. I have it at 18.
At 17?
Jaiden had it at 10. So I think that puts it at about 15.
But where is it gonna? Who is it? Who does it have to battle then? Because I think we already have a 15, right?
Virtual Boy was 14.
Okay.
Series X. So would that put? I mean, it pushes the Virtual Boy up again?
Does it?
The Virtual Boy's crawling to the top.
It's on its way.
Oh,
it's on its way to number
1. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I was trying to math it, but
going Little Mac style.
no matter what, it pushes the Virtual Boy up another one.
I don't know
How is this happening?
the math is not mathing, but you know, hey.
Well, if we had it at 17, 18, and 10, like it would be right in that. It'd be 13. It would be right around 14, 15. So no matter what, the Virtual Boy goes up again.
This is so funny.
All right.
Oh man.
All right, let's do another PlayStation console. Let's get it out of the way. Let's do the PS5.
Okay. Hot take, maybe not so hot. Probably hot for the discussion. I actually like the PS5's design. I think it's, and this comes down to where my tastes in video game consoles is. I love personality when it comes to consoles, but I also like kind of like, I get what they were trying to go for with this idea of like, hey, we want it to be this sort of like futuristic aesthetic a little bit for the living room. It does look like an air conditioner or something like that.
Air purifier.
An air purifier. It looks like your mom's router machine or something like that.
Router machine.
You know, the little router machine that you get your internet from. I told you we're not really technically savvy in the Day household. It's that being said, I still really like the swooping angle design and things like that. And yeah, it does look really weird with the little disc area, but I don't know. I like it. I don't think it was necessarily the best designed PlayStation console, but yeah, this is the one where I would put it at like a 10 personally. PS5.
Okay.
All right. Now please trash it. And
I like to right now. I'm picturing James sitting in his car listening to this podcast and raging over where we put the Series X and raging even more about where we're putting the PS5. Because he ain't happy. Sorry, I have it at 13.
Okay.
So obviously I'm a little bit more of a Sony fan I'm a lot more of a Sony fan than an Xbox fan, and I'm even a little more of a Sony fan than a Nintendo fan these days. I've never understood why it got so much hate. It is big. Like, it's giant. It's
huge.
I thought it looked cool from the time it was announced, and it was immediately getting made fun of, and I was like, I don't get it. I think it looks cool. I assume this is where...
I was laughing with it.
I assume this is where, like, the Series X fans are. They thought it looks like Jaiden. I mean, you think it looks cool. You probably think the PS5 looks dumb. I think there's just a weird disconnect between the two people. I think the PS5 looks cool and the Xbox doesn't look great. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't have much else to say about it.
You want to know what it has? It has a collar. It has a flipped up collar, Fozzie.
Yeah.
The Fawn style.
It's a freaking jock. I don't know. I have my PS5 sitting right on my TV stand, right next to my TV. I look at it multiple hours a day. I like it. I don't know. I'm happy with it. But, 13 still isn't like the highest.
No.
So I don't feel like I'm being unfair. But, Jaiden, where do you have it at? I'm looking forward to hearing 23.
Yep. Is that 23?
Wow.
Like, okay, the design, I want to give them some credit because, this thing, if you go to someone's house, you can't not notice, oh, you guys have a PS5. This thing stands out.
Yeah.
I just really, it's just so obnoxious though. It's shaped weird. I don't love the white and the black. I just think that's not. I don't know. Just tech, like, yeah, you guys are saying that, and there's a lot of other like technology appliances are also doing that thing. I'm not big on it. But yeah, this design, for a console especially, man, this thing is just so obnoxious. Like if I for some reason needed a PS5, if a game came out that was a must, Sly Cooper reboot, and it is, everything I ever wanted. Like I was like looking at my setup, like where would I put a PS5? I would never own one, but if I did, I think I would put this thing behind my TV because this thing is such an eyesore to me. This is number 23 out of 23 for me. If you like it, that's great. I don't.
Well, you just made James happy.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Oh no.
I guarantee. Okay,
I was kidding. No,
I can't guarantee.
Me and James,
it, but I feel
Xbox
like if
guys.
James was here, he would have had it at 23 as well.
It's like, let's go.
I disagree.
I mean,
That's okay. I mean,
that's why it's all personal opinion. And I obviously I disagree too. I like it, but I know people don't. So it's not a big deal.
I think that the thing about anybody's like top 10 when it comes to console designs really does like show people kind of like either there's going to be some nostalgia obviously with it, but also kind of like what you value in design. And if what you value in design is just a different taste than somebody else, that's fine. It's like music. It's like art. It's whatever. Yeah.
All right. So averaging it out, I had it at 13. Gary had it at 10. You have it at 23. I feel like where's that end? Around 16?
Man,
17?
Where's Xbox Series?
Where's this Virtual Boy going, brother? It just keeps getting pushed up.
I don't think it's moving the Virtual Boy. The Series X is at 15.
Oh man.
Oh, good, 16.
It's brothers.
I think. Yeah. It like I said, you got to give it to them. It does stand out. To me, I think it just stands out too much. It never looks good in a setup, I think. It just asks like for way too much attention.
I get it.
This thing, it almost doesn't even look like a console. Like,
all right, we need to
let's move on.
We need to start schmoving.
Yeah, we need to start moving.
We still got like 10 plus consoles to go through. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do some of these quick. Let's do PS4. I don't feel like a ton needs to be said about it. Where do you guys have the PS4?
Man, I like the PS5 design a little bit better. I'm gonna put it at like 11.
I have 17.
I have 15. I think the PS4 is fine. I like it. I like the PS5 design a little bit more. 15, 11, 17.
I just like a good rhombus, a good rhombus.
Yeah, it did stick out.
So I think
doing that slant thing. I hate the buttons though. That's why
okay,
he's rather low.
I will admit the buttons are not great.
And then especially when you get the issue I had with mine.
My least favorite thing too is the weird touch sensitive buttons. So I think that puts it at 15. Yeah.
Because then that thing ages, it gets like dust.
We gotta start getting stuff out of 15, bro.
Everything's at 15.
Everything needs to like start like moving away from that. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do the Wii U.
Wii U.
Oh man.
I have it at 18, just below PS4. I don't hate this design, but it's just very. Just forgettable. It's just like a Wii but rounded.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. It's fine, but
it doesn't do a lot different to make it stand out from the Wii, in my opinion either. No. It looks fine, but yeah, I think in comparison to the Wii looked very clean, and it also, I mean, it looks all right in comparison, but I think being rounded kind of takes away from it, almost makes it a little more toyish.
Yeah. Oh, and the plastic gloss finish.
It looks
scratched to high heaven.
All you do is look at it and it scratches. I have it at 16.
If it's not scratches, then there's a bunch of dust on it. Yeah, I don't know. The Wii U for me is not winning any favors. I'm putting it at 21. I just don't.
16. So
I don't vibe with the design.
I think that puts it at 20 then.
Doesn't. It's like It's a DVD player. Is what it looks like. It doesn't look like a game console to me.
No matter how much fondness I have for the console, it's not because of how it looks.
Yeah.
The good thing about that though is you might find it at a Goodwill or a Value Village, like I have.
Like
it was just
$30.
sitting there for $15.
Yeah.
And while as a PS2 is behind glass in the front for $100. Like,
Right,
Yeah, sure. I'm kidding.
All right, let's do the Switch one.
Oh boy.
Okay, I have it at 13.
I was about to put it at 13 as well.
Okay, then I'll put it at 4. I'm just kidding.
How dare you?
No,
Let's agree for once, Jaiden.
I have it at 13. It's not, it's okay. I like how, this thing docked by your TV with no Joy-Cons. It looks just nice. If it does have Joy-Cons, then, it does stand out a little bit. You might notice that if you go to a friend's house and say, oh, you got a Switch. But otherwise, I just like how simple and clean it is.
Yeah.
Kind of all there is to say about a dock.
I have it at 23. I think as it's been around, I've grown to like it less, and I don't know. It's fine. I don't hate the Switch, but something has to be at the bottom, and I was comparing it. I like the Xbox Series X and S more. So like as far as looks go, I just think the coolest point is the Joy-Cons. So
Sure.
I think the Joy-Cons actually make that kind of go a little bit higher for me in terms of that. Like, I wouldn't put it in the same realm of the Series X or Xbox One. I put it the same place that Jaiden put it at 13. I think, and this has more to say with like where we eventually put the Switch 2. I think the Switch 2 is just perfected the design of the Switch 1. I mentioned like when we had that like Switch 2 6 months in like kind of podcast talking about like how some of the shortcomings of the original Switch 1 design. But yeah, it was nice. It was a refreshing time to get away from the Wii U and everything, but I think ultimately it's gonna not necessarily. I think like the Switch 2 is just a much more aesthetically pleasing version of that.
Yeah,
I personally agree.
Yeah, this thing feels really cheap. Also, the dock, it's just very light. It falls over all the time.
It was clear that they needed a console yesterday, and they needed to like start putting it into production.
So you guys both had it at 13?
Yeah, 13.
I had it at 23. I don't know how that averages out. What does that put it at? Like
15.
15. Virtual Boy is going up.
At this point, luckily, the Virtual Boy's kind of staying, and things are just moving down.
Oh man!
So that
the Virtual Boy is like the gatekeeper. It's like you're not allowed to go past me.
All right, let's do Switch 2. We were talking it kind of a natural segue.
I put this at number 9. I like it. It's probably like my favorite of the current gen. This probably has to say that a lot more of my list is made up of retro stuff than that, but I think it's sleek. Did everything that the Switch 1 did, but better. It's got a better kickstand. I know some people grieve the lack of colors, especially with the Joy-Cons and things of that nature, but I think honestly with the more subdued color with it, it's kind of grown on me a little bit more, and it kind of just sort of like I can take it more seriously almost. So, which is kind of what I think Nintendo is going for this generation, taking themselves a little more seriously in the gaming space.
Feels a little more adult.
Yeah.
I want to say the Switch 2 compared to next to a Switch 1.
It grew up. It grew up with its audience. You know?
I put it at 17. I like the rounded dock. Like I think sitting there, I think it looks nice. I don't know. I don't have much else to say about it.
So I had Switch 1 at 13. This is at 12. It's very similar to Switch, but yeah, I like it more. It looks sleek.
9, 12.
It's a nice looking little box there.
I think this puts it at 14.
14.
Wow! Finally out of the 15 space. Let's go.
And they improved the dock too. Like there's actually no. What am I thinking of? Never mind. I'm thinking of the patent. I don't recall flipping the. Never mind. Forget this.
there's an extra feature we don't know about.
Extra feature. Shh. You're supposed to say that. I signed an NDA.
Oh no! Your uncle from Nintendo is gonna come in here.
I see ninjas outside.
All right, let's do the OG Xbox.
Man.
The big boy.
The big boy. I actually really like the OG Xbox. I like that its design is it has that very straightforward. It's a box, but it is an X. The green symbol in the middle, the 4 controller ports. Like, I don't know. Like, I like it for what it is, and I have it at number 9 or 8. Sorry, I have it at number 8.
I have it at number 8 too.
Oh wow.
It's neat. It definitely was trying to make a statement the moment it showed up. It was never going to live up to the flashiness of that prototype that they showed up with initially. It's this big metallic X, but I think it became a much more subdued design. And I mean, the Duke and the green and everything. It looked like the reactor that it was showing when it first booted up, right? Mm-hmm. So I hate to say, I think Xbox peaked out of the gate, but that's my personal opinion in terms of design. Let's make that clear. James, don't kill me.
It does what?
It peaked in terms of design.
I see.
Right out of the gate. I think that's...
I agree, according to my rankings. So what do you say, Jaiden?
I think, I like this console. I think its physical design is a little wacky, a little extreme there. With viewing it from top down, it's a big old X, and then just the shape of the X. And this thing, how big it is, how heavy it is. It's got those ridges on the side. It's weirdly it feels luxury, but also cheap at the same time in some areas. Something about it. So it's a little extreme, but I also kind of have a little bit of a soft spot for it. I have it at number 14. I like it, especially the big old green glowy circle button. That looks nice. Also feels good to press. which this is a big factor in my consoles. If you haven't,
you like
noticed.
pushing buttons.
How does a button feel to press?
Today he's pushing gears.
I can't believe it.
Yeah,
the nerve of this guy.
So what is that? What do you think that we put it at? 10, 11, 8, and 14?
Oh man,
I'm putting it at 10.
Yeah, I think 10's good.
I can't do all this math, and I think top 10 still is good.
It's still bare. We need to put more things in there.
Yeah. Okay, let's do the Saturn.
I placed this at number 6. This is also coming from probably a more recent appreciation of the Saturn and its weird library and stuff like that. But I genuinely think when I think of that generation, I like it a bit more than the PlayStation. I don't think I like it more than the N64. But it's sleek. It's one of those. If there's one thing that Sega did a really good job is making a console look good after the Sega Master System. They did a really good job of just it's a console that plays games. It felt like it meant business a little bit, but it didn't try to go too out there. It's subdued in all the right ways, but also just kind of screams Sega and the others, at least in my personal opinion. So, but I think there's one that does a much better job of that later on my list. So, number 6, Saturn.
I have it at 14.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I like the design of the Saturn. I don't know. It just kind of falls into that pattern of where some of these other ones in this range for me of I like it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Just kind of in the middle of the pack a little bit.
Okay.
I don't really have much more to say. I like the Saturn. I like the way it looks, but that's it.
Not sure. Yeah, I never seen one for the longest time. No experience really with it. Ben recently got one, or recently, a few years ago, is when I think I've really seen one in person. And once again, I don't know what it is, but this is just a sexy console to me.
Yeah.
Man, this thing is like it's slick, but also just kind of chonky a little bit. It's just kind of, man. I don't know what it is about a black box. But it's got the curves in the right places. It's got a, so it has, so this is a disc.
Jaiden, we're talking about video game consoles.
Oh, sorry, I got a little carried away there. It has like a cartridge slot and a disc tray. It's very interesting. I like this. Just the, it's very visually pleasing to me for some reason. I have this thing at number 3. Like, this thing is up there, man. I don't know. Once again, I don't know what it is.
All right.
Can't explain it.
So 3,
even though
6,
I tried.
and 14. I'm thinking that puts it at about number 9.
Okay. I'm just happy it's in the top 10. That's nice.
Let's move that there. Okay. All right. Let's do. We have one Xbox. Let's do the GameCube. Let's get the GameCube out of the way because I feel like we'll have some differing opinions here. I don't talk first very often. I'm just gonna say it. I love the GameCube. I flirted with putting it at number 1, but I ended up putting it at number 2. I think I don't know. It's just a stupid box, but it lives up to its name. I like. Okay. First off, at launch there was 2 colors, black and the indigo. I like both colors. I'm more, even though I have a black one, I'm a little partial to the indigo color, but I like the way it is shaped. I like the faceplate with the controller ports and the memory card ports. I like looking at the top of it with the glossy GameCube logo, the way the tray opens up to hold the mini discs. And the stupid handle. As a kid, I was like, I'm going to take this thing with me everywhere. And I'm going to be the coolest kid. Of course, you don't do that because that doesn't make any sense. Why it has a handle, I don't know. And I understand why somebody might dock it because of that. But I think it's cool. I love the GameCube. Number 2.
See, I put it at number 1. I agree with everything that you just said there. To me, it's like... I think it is one of the quintessential, like, hey, let's have fun video game consoles, but it's not going so out there like the PS5 or something like that where it's like trying to be obnoxious. It takes up just enough space and has enough personality that I think it solidifies when I look at these console lists, I don't feel like there's really a console there that looks like the GameCube or even takes up the same sort of space or is like, it's also another thing, everything just kind of works with its design. It's 4 controller ports, it's got 2 memory card slots, it's got all the buttons that you need, nothing more, nothing less. It's just cool. And I mean, massive nostalgia factor. Am I biased? Oh, yes, I am. I grew up during this generation. Of course I am.
Yeah. There's only so much you could do about bias.
Right. But yeah, it's for all those reasons that I'm like, yeah, number 1, GameCube.
All right, Jaiden. Hit us with where you got it.
So number 23.
How are we putting this at number 15, Jaiden?
Virtual Boy, you're about to go up one. No. So I didn't have a GameCube growing up. My friends, I would go to a house and a friend would have it, and I always found it kind of weird, like just the top, the buttons, and then you open it, and then like the lid comes up, and like the edge of the lid takes into account the circle buttons on the side. It's this weird like Swiss cheese like shape that comes up, and it's like weirdly thick on top, and then I don't know. So
it's thick on top.
Thick on. I don't like thick on top.
He likes thick on the side. It's like the Sega Saturn.
So it was weirdly this. I always felt, and still feel it's like very. It looks more toy like. Which, Nintendo, they know their audience. They want something. It does look fun, and it is cute. I do like it. I don't hate it. But it's also weird. This like toy like thing is also, you open it up and you see all I guess not much of its innards or whatever, but like you got to put the disc on the thing and then click it down. I know it kind of feels good now that I'm an adult, but it's like it's a weird design for something aimed at younger audiences. Like I feel. I don't know. I have to be really careful to put that thing in there. It's like to not like scratch and miss the circle there. The front, I'm not a huge fan of the gray rectangle on the front. That's like that matte cheap gray with you see those 4 holes all the time.
Why are you staring at me?
It just.
Why don't I have more friends to put controllers in?
The way Jaiden describes consoles, the thickness, there's these holes. Jaiden,
I'm describing it. And then, I'm not huge on the handle. It's cute, but it's visual-wise, I don't know. It is in the back, so when do you see it? I don't know.
Use it for home defense.
Jaiden, where do you have it?
Like I said, so I threw this list together really quick, and I feel harsh putting it at number 15. And that's not to say it is bad. I like it. It is cute, especially that. I don't think America got the turquoise color here.
The turquoise.
That's my favorite color. The or emerald, whatever the official name is, like the bluish green teal.
Yeah, the Tales of Symphonia one.
There was a lot of like specific ones that didn't show up overseas, but I also had a ton of different color variations too. So,
all right, I think if you have me and Gary.
Sorry,
have
GameCube fans.
We're insulting a lot of fans out here with our different rankings, no matter how we look at it.
No one's safe.
I was a PS2 boy.
So was I.
So if me and Gary have it
fairly low.
If me and Gary have it at
Fake
1
fan.
and 2, and you have it at 15, doing the math, I believe if we averaged out just Gary's 1 and your 15, that would put it at about 7. But we have a number 2 in there as well. I think that brings it to 5.
Okay.
Does that math wise that makes sense?
That feels right. I'm sure that should be up. That should be in top 5.
Okay. I don't know how we don't
even
have
if
a top
I don't
4
personally
at all
love
yet,
it,
but
oh my gosh, it's gonna be GameCube is probably gonna get moved up there though with your guys' high numbers. I don't think there's gonna be.
I'm just speaking from experience. A lot of the ones that we have left to discuss are ones on the higher end. Not all of them, but there is a lot that are on the higher end for me. So
yeah. Okay, let's try to get this down to we have one of each console here. So let's do PS1.
Okay. I have this at number 7, just above the original Xbox. I think for a lot of the same reasons some people would like the first model Sega Genesis. I kind of like the first model of the PlayStation. It is gray. It is kind of weirdly top open. Some people might say it looks like a toilet seat opening up for you to put a disc in. It's got the retro futuristic design where there's vent shapes on it where they don't serve any purpose other than aesthetics. There's only 2 controller ports, but they have the big massive buttons. This is also very much a nostalgia. It's 2 big buttons, reset and button. It was it was eject, and then there was the reset and power button was the same thing.
Was it? Was there 3 buttons?
There was an eject button, and there was the power and reset button.
It can eject the discs?
It doesn't eject.
No, it opens the lid.
It opens.
Oh, I was like, what? I don't remember that.
Shoots it out.
How does it do that? Top loader.
It loads it like a gun.
It's like a blade saw.
Yeah.
If
you fail to beat Resident Evil within like 5 hours, you just
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to you. I have it at 9. I mean, I love that little gray box, and I like the circle buttons. There's something about pushing the lid down and after you put in Final Fantasy 7 or Metal Gear Solid, it feels right. I will say we're not ranking these consoles off opening music, but if we were, it would be even higher.
Gosh, yeah.
I love the opening song or the opening sound effects, I guess, on the PS1. It's
so
just
good.
I just love this console. It changed This sounds stupid, but it's one of those things that changed the trajectory of my hobby life going forward. Without the PS1, I would maybe have not been the RPG fan that I am now.
Right.
So, like, I have a lot of love for it. So I have it at number 9. I feel like it's even kind of low for how much I like it. But.
I know, I'm surprised.
You put that like opening track for the PlayStation and also like the THX like sound. It's like those are the sounds of my childhood. Really,
Those are some good sounds. Mm-hmm. I have this at number 5.
Nice.
What you guys have already said a lot of things that I like about it, and then also on the lid, they got the little what you call that little texture there for your finger to not slip off of it. They thought of that. It's like, wow.
Perfect.
It's a light gray, so when you do open the toilet lid and you set the disc in, GameCube does that too. Well, it's also light gray on the inside, so it's easier to see. You're not just dropping it into some black void. And
Jaiden lost a lot of discs in the GameCube.
where did it go?
to be fair, they were pretty small discs.
Yeah,
Oh man, yeah. Okay, you know how
those buttons, man.
I know the buttons. Something about
Top
the buttons.
5.
Yeah.
You know how Hallmark has been doing those like figures, the Christmas ornament figures,
Yeah.
like consoles and
Yes.
everything. This year they're doing a PS1 one, and when you push the button, it does the startup sound. And I'm buying one. So
Can you buy 2?
once they go on sale, if you want me to buy one, I'll buy 2.
I really hope that eventually Lego gets like a PlayStation 1 model. I think there was an idea that it could get one eventually, but it was like
That I feel like I heard there was, but I might be misremembering. If there is, I would possibly buy that. I think it's cool. So you have it at 5?
Yes.
And Gary has it at 7. I had it at 9. I think we settle at 6.
I have it at 7 for Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, 7? Even we set. So we definitely put it at 6, which moves the GameCube up 1.
Yeah, I feel GameCube's gonna. I don't see one of us. Yeah, or us ranking something that high
We'll
for
see.
it
figure
to.
that
We'll see.
Okay.
see how this
So
Number 1 and 2 though.
please, I got the PS1 out of here. So let's do it. We have to do a Nintendo system, and then we'll be at one of each of the big console makers. Let's do SNES.
Okay. This is another high ranking one for me. I put it at 3. I like the design a lot more than the Super Nintendo. Excuse me. NES.
Wait, what?
I like the Super Nintendo better than the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Super
like
Nintendo
being
better
able
than
to see the
SNES.
cartridge.
I like being able to see the cartridge. I also think just like if we're going again off of like the aesthetics that a lot of these retro game consoles did, I think this one did a really awesome job at it. I love the purple and the gray. Like there's something about the Super Famicom that never just like it looks fun, but it didn't. Something about it never like felt aesthetically like on the same level for me. Where it's like, hey, we have these 3 tones. We have purple, we have this light gray, and then we have this lighter purple with
And
it.
now yellow.
And now yellow, unfortunately, because of the way the plastic was, and it's just But I mean, the design still sticks there. And it's just it's 16-bit fun. Again, Nintendo knows how to make a console look like it's gonna be a fun time.
About to have a good time.
You're about to have a good time.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, nostalgia is heavy. It's a nice looking console. I love the purple and the gray. Like I don't know, it just looks good. I have it at 5.
See, this is where I'm with you guys. I have this at number 2.
Oh,
hey.
Okay. I'm glad I'm not alone. I love this design. The buttons. The
buttons.
Let me get started
and the
on the
eject.
button.
This works.
But this actually has an eject button.
is so dang good
Oh, yeah.
to press. It just
It's like
man.
shooting that game out of there.
Yeah. It's almost more fun than some of the games I had.
I love this.
Yay.
My favorite game is to eject Balls 3D out of my Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean it's considered one of the best consoles of all time for a reason. For the fact that it's now going, we're 35, 36 years old since its launch.
Yeah.
Is that right? Math? Yeah. It holds up. I feel like it'll be one of those consoles that down the road there will always be people collecting for it. Even after the generations that grew up with it are gone. Like, I kind of feel like it's going to hold the test of time better than most. Is I guess what I'm getting at.
It has some of the best games of all time.
Absolutely. So I had it at 5, and you guys had it at what?
I had it at 3,
and you had it at 3 as well.
2.
Okay, so I think it's 3 then, and then I feel like that might end up getting moved up too. I think this list is going to change a little bit. I also think I did something wrong because I think there's too many in here, so I'll have to adjust that once we're done. Some of these numbers might not too many consoles, but I the way I had it set up, I think I didn't delete a couple lines.
I put all the numbers that you had sent me kind of in a list now, and they seem to match up. But maybe the way it's being put there, I don't know.
Okay, I think I did something wrong.
Okay, well, that's fine.
All right, let's finish up the Xbox series here with the Xbone, the Xbox One.
This is the one that I moved the Sega Master System for.
So this is your 23?
This is my 23. Right. I do not like the Xbox One's design. Look, I like a good VCR as the next person, but man, the Xbox One did not do a whole lot for me. It's not. I feel like Xbox lost its personality as it went on, and this is kind of one of the big stepping points. And I'm trying to go based off of the design and not based off of any of the controversy or anything else that kind of happened around its launch, but I can't disassociate it from that. And there's just nothing about the Xbox One that was exciting to me. My dad owns an original Xbox One, still enjoys it, but I look at it and it just, man, it looks like a entertainment device that you put next to your TV. Yep, sirree, that's what it is.
I feel like if we were ranking the Xbox One generation, where they added in the Xbox One S, the Xbox One X,
yeah,
I feel like this number would be very different for me because I actually think the One S and the One X both look really nice.
They look better. Yeah.
I just think the Xbox One itself is boring.
Yeah.
I have no love for the One. I think I don't have it rated at the bottom, but I think if I redid my list, it might be. I think I put it above the 360, and I actually disagree with that. I think I like the 360 more. I don't know why I put it on the list higher. But I have it at 19. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
The VCR nickname was always interesting to me. Even just always hearing that, and back then, it's like, what is specific about a VCR that this console does that doesn't? Because all like what we've said, we're all these consoles are just these boxes, but why specifically a VCR?
I can tell you this.
Why? What?
So it's one of those things where most VCRs had this thing where it's a concave up to this sort of almost upside down pyramid base, then goes to this sort of rectangular cube design. A lot of the consoles we've talked about kind of have a similar base to that, but then they add stuff on it, or they change it, or their profile becomes a little bit different. The Xbox One doesn't really do that, other than adding obviously the ports that it needs for being able to get airflow through, and there's also some metallic bits to it as well. But it's just the profile of it. If I was to put it right next to the VCR that we had growing up, it would be very comparable to it. So that's where it kind of comes from, I think, just size wise, and also just pure. If you were to put it in a silhouette in a dark room, and the shadow is the only thing you can see, and then you put a VCR next to it, I don't know if I could tell which one is which. That's kind of my point.
I could see a silhouette. Yeah. Yeah. To me, as you pointed out, this was kind of Microsoft kind of losing a bit of their personality there. This looks wise does not have much of a personality. I'll give you that. I like me a VCR. And there's not much going for this console's design, really, but just something about it to me personally just makes me kind of think like Wayland Yutani. just very, harsh, sharp edges, and I don't know. Just
I think the PlayStation 1 does a much better job at that personally, but that's just me.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have an opinion on this.
Okay. Yeah, so it's nothing special, but it's not like offensive to me. It's design. Like, and I agree, like, with people's complaints that it's forgettable or what have you. But looking like a VCR isn't the worst thing in the world. It's better than a PS5. That's my opinion. So I have this at where do I have it at? Oh, I marked it as Xbone 16. I like it a little more than PS4 because it doesn't have those touch sensitive buttons as far as I'm aware. I never owned one.
Yeah, but it does randomly turn on all the time.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's annoying. My dad will have it sit up in the living room, and I don't know what turns it on. It's not. We don't even have a Kinect, so there's no thing to say Xbox turn on or anything. It just randomly turns on whenever there's like an update or something. It's like beep, and it'll do that like constantly throughout the day. And we're like, and my dad's like, "Do you know how to turn that off?" I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, I have no idea what's going on with that thing."
You have it at 16,
I do.
and you had it at 23, Gary.
23.
I had it at 19. I think that means that it kind of just averages right about 19.
Okay.
So we'll do this. Xbone. I'm seeing some things in this list I disagree with.
Hey, it's the top 10 that really matters here. Let's be real.
It's true. Okay, let's finish up Sega. Let's do the Dreamcast.
Oh, man.
I have him at number 7. There are some consoles I like more, but I like this guy. He's cute.
I agree. I have it at 7 as well.
I have it at 2.
Wow.
And this sounds weird because I only just recently acquired a Dreamcast, but I love the aesthetics of the Dreamcast. I think this was Sega. It's Sega at their most peak of like, we're gonna try and do everything we possibly can to finally become even more competitive with Nintendo and everything, because they have been losing the race for a while. Hey, let's make a console that we think is gonna be the future of gaming in a lot of ways. They spent a lot of money just to make sure that there was a modem in there. There was a lot of cool design things. Yes, it's weird. There's no memory card slots on the console. You have to have a VMU. The controller wire's all weird and funky. There's some weird stuff with it.
But the orange light on the front.
The orange light's so
nice.
cool.
And it says powered by Windows.
And yes, it does say powered by Windows.
Before Xbox.
which helped games become actually very easily ported to that console and allows for homebrew stuff today. But I don't know. There's something about the console that is also super nostalgic to me because growing up, whenever I go to like a daycare, they had a Dreamcast there. It was at somebody's house, but like that just to me reminds me of the time of like really early 2000s, blue sky sort of deal. That whole like really early 2000s feeling, I guess, before the towers, like all that optimism you kind of had going a little bit. Kind of just rolled into the console itself. And I kind of associate with that. So I personally put it at number 2, right underneath the GameCube for me. It's a pretty high ranking.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. Like I said, the orange light, something about that is nice. The opening music, which the sound effects are great. There's something about the way it reads discs where it just it's a little noisier than most consoles, but I like it. Yeah. It's just a cool design. Like, I don't know, an RIP Sega, but I don't know, I like it.
It lasted only 18 months.
Yep.
It died way sooner than it should have.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm forgetting some piece of crap from the 90s that we didn't include on this list, but this was like the first like to go with like the white aesthetic, because we were just like black boxes like that gen, and it
was black and gray for the most part.
Oh yeah, that's right, PS1 was light gray.
The Japanese
still.
Saturn was like a beigeish white, but that doesn't count in America.
still.
Like a beigeish white, but
Yeah.
that doesn't count in America.
Oh, it doesn't count in the U.S. of A.
You know what's funny
first white
is I
console.
didn't start saying that accent on purpose. I just went with it once I don't know where it came from, but I just continued doing it. So we have it at 7, 7, and 2. So I think that puts it at 4.
Okay.
All right, let's finish up Sony here with the PS3.
I put this at 22.
I have it at 22 as well.
Damn.
Yeah. George Foreman is happy. Just saying.
I have it at 4. I love the look of the fat PS3.
Really?
But
With the Spider-Man font.
I love the black and that silver line. Of course, I'm a little biased. I had one right around launch.
Okay.
I really like the console. I also understand that it's another one of those bricks. There's just that little bit of sleek mid 2000s look to it that I just really like. But I 100% expected it to not be in the top 10. It's in my top 10, but doesn't mean it should be in most people's.
It felt like a console that was. This is Sony in their hubris era once again.
Oh, for sure.
Because it was like, hey, we're going to sell this thing for $600, but also let's put every single storage port imaginable into this thing, whether it be like SD cards, whether it be USB, whether it be some types that we don't even use anymore. I think there's like some sort of weird USB stuff that it's got that we no longer use. But yeah, it's notable. I don't think it's aesthetically pleasing though, which is the reason why I put the PS2 so low, even though I love the games and stuff, and I grew up with the PlayStation 2 quite a bit. It's just aesthetically, if we're going off as aesthetics, I can't.
All right, Gary, you made your point.
Yeah, it's very big, and the gloss finish, which, does that get scratched easily? Does
Yes.
that not last?
Yeah,
for,
no,
okay.
it must. Mine never.
It's just
did,
kind
but
of
I'm
begging
sure it's
for
just as bad as the Wii U.
you know.
Chris treated it like it was a child.
Well,
like,
I had never paid $500 for something before that.
and you want to know
So-
what most of the other gaming people who were playing games at the time didn't either. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You could buy a Wii and a 360 for $50 less
for sure.
Yeah.
than a PS3.
Well, I put it at 17, or that puts it at 17
Okay.
total.
Oh,
I think
does that knock down some?
it knocks a lot of things, everything up.
Oh.
So above
We're
it.
going.
I see.
We're going like puzzle games.
That's what I had been doing wrong. I was adding things and moving things down properly, but I wasn't moving things up properly. So that I've the list is fixed now, I think. All right, let's end it up. I feel like we ended it with a good one here. We're gonna end with the Nintendo 64. Well, I mean, I have a ton of nostalgia for the system. This came out at what would be the perfect time for a child. I think I was 9 when the 64 came out. Obviously, you know, it's hard not to take into account the fact that this is the first time I saw fully 3D realized graphics and stuff. But just looking at the console, I like the way it looks. I like the 64. I mean, obviously they did a lot of really cool design, like color changes later on, but even just the base dark gray model I'm a fan of. Did I say where I have it?
No, I don't think you did.
I have it at 6.
I see. I have it higher than that. I actually have it at 4. I think this took like. It's not as aesthetically pleasing as the Super Nintendo, but I think it's going with that same idea, but also like trying to play to its strengths. One, obviously, 4-player connect right out of the box. You can just see the ports that are there. It does a lot of the same things that like PlayStation did, but it has some of that added benefit of also being a Nintendo console and also allowing itself to be a little bit more playful in the design with, you know, how it's got actually like feet that it's got to like stand with. I think it's a really pleasant to look at console. I'm not talking about the controller. I'm talking about the console, mind you. But yes, it's I think N64 is really good for like a top spot somewhere in there.
You know, I didn't really think about it until you were talking about how from Super Nintendo to this, how square and harsh edges that was going to this thing, which is very curvy, very rounded, very to
Jaiden
emphasize.
He loves his curves.
Well, you don't hear where I rank this. And then even the cartridges, like which you kind of got to count because that's what you see when you're playing the console. Also rounded, just to emphasize, this is 3D. Things are spherical now.
Spherical.
Yeah. That being said, I don't really love its design sitting in a setup. I mean, like I have like the fondest of memories with this console. So when I see it, it's just happy memories. But aesthetics and just it's not. I like that it is different, but I don't know. It's just awkwardly shaped, and it's just kind of. I want to say it becomes problematic, but I can't really explain why. I just something about it. So I don't have this one ranked very high. This one's actually very low, and I kind of feel bad ranking it so low because I feel like I said, there was not much.
There's nothing wrong.
Thought put into this list. I threw it together, and this happened to land at 19 for me.
Oh wow!
Like I said, really I absolutely love this console, and I can respect what it was doing as a design. Emphasizing roundness and 3D.
You want to know?
Not blocky.
You want to know what this is? This is your version of my PlayStation 2 placement, essentially. Because I put it pretty similar points, and it's like, if this was based off of like, hey, let's talk about the consoles and how they did well as games, I think this list would be very 100%. Different.
Yeah, so, I mean, it would be a lot different, especially outside of the top 10.
Yeah. But
our top 10 look pretty solid. There's a couple that would move. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair. It's not the best looking console, but I like Gary said, the rounded edges, the feet, just, I don't know. I just like looking at it. I like the 64. Though, I guess if we're being honest, I have not had a gray 64 in a very long time. I had a jungle green one until I got an analog 3D. So, but that's not being taken into consideration. So, I think if we were taking into consideration variants and stuff, I would rank the 64 potentially even higher than I had it. I think that the fantastic colors make this a very fun system, but that is just discussion for another day, I guess. So I feel like with me having it at, what did I say I had it at? I had it at 6. What'd you have it at, Gary? 4?
4.
And then Jaiden had it at 19.
I have him at 19, and I feel bad about it.
Nah, you're fine, man. That's what opinions are for. I think that puts it at 10. And that works out because somehow we didn't have a spot at anything at 10.
Is that every console now?
That is every console.
Oh, man.
You guys want to hear the final list?
The grand reveal.
All right, we're going to start at...
what Frankenstein monster
I know. No one's going to like
We're going to start at 23, and we're going to go down. So at 23, the Series S, then the Wii U, then the 360, then the PS5 at 20, the Xbox One, the Series X, the PS3, the PS4, the Switch 1 at 15, the Master System, the Switch 2, the Virtual Boy. It only went up a couple spots from where we initially put it.
Hey, it went higher.
The Genesis Model 1, the Nintendo 64 at 10. Then we have Xbox, Sega Saturn, PS2, NES, Wii at number 5, PS1, Dreamcast, GameCube, Super Nintendo.
I'm really happy with that.
Yeah. You know what? After all of this, I feel pretty good about that.
I feel like things settled pretty well.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I actually, looking at this list, even compared to where I have it on my list, there's one console that I feel should be higher than it is. Like, as we've talked, I've even rethought where I had it. And that's the 360. I don't think it deserves to be at 21.
It's pretty low down there now that I think about it. But,
how do you guys feel about moving it up to 14?
What's already in 14?
Let me hear you guys' thoughts on this. So 14, these would be the consoles moving down.
Okay.
The Master System's at 14, the Switch 1's at 15, the PS4's at 16, the PS3's at 17, the Series X is 18, Xbox One is 19, the PS5 is 20. So they'd all be moving down one.
I'm sorry, you said the Master System's at 14?
Yes, it would.
Yeah, replace it.
I'm not swapping them. I feel like the 360 deserves to be higher in this list. As I thought about it,
Okay.
do I personally like the PS5 and 3 design better? Yes. But that being said, I think it's better than the Xbox One, the Series X, the Switch One, or the Master System. And I can live with it. I think it should be higher than it is.
Okay, so
I'm fine with that.
All right, well, where would you say?
So I think it settles at 14.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, I had it at 11, so.
That's fine.
I don't know why, out of all the systems, that one really, it kept glaring at me
This feels wrong.
that it was wrong.
You know what's funny? I also have this 360 at 14 on my.
Wait, so where'd you rank it?
I had it at 20. I had it at 20. But
okay.
even as we were going through the list more, I kept thinking, no, I like the 360 more than that. No, I like the 360 more than that.
Right, because it got pushed down because all the middle
Yeah.
area ones. Okay.
So I think that it deserved to be higher than it was. There's just, out of all the systems, I don't know why, but that one really stuck out to me as being in the wrong spot. So
Yeah, I agree. I also found it funny before we moved them up there, the list. So it was Switch 1, Master System, and then Switch 2. It's like something about the Master System. It was like right in between with these two systems that are so similar.
I really don't agree with that, but it's okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if this was my list, obviously things would be a lot different. If it was Gary's, it'd be a lot different. But I think that's what the beauty of averaging it out, because just comparing it to my list, I'm actually still happy with this. I think SNES being the top system aesthetically is still kind of great, and I think the Series S being the worst is also kind of great. So
Yeah, that's fine.
it's fine. I'll deal with it.
No, Series S, you said.
Series S.
Yeah. I don't really care for that one.
All right. Any final thoughts on this list, guys?
I like video games.
Me too. I mean, we have to be able to sit here and rank consoles aesthetically for 2 hours.
Right.
If you're having a bad day, press the eject button on your Super Nintendo.
Yeah, and stand
Guaranteed
close to it. It'll help.
to fix something
Yeah, man.
in your life.
I love video game consoles. The reason this came up is Jaiden actually asked about ranking controllers.
Oh,
and
man.
James is going to be listening to this, and he literally just a week ago was like, I really got to get to that controller episode.
He's been telling me about this too.
He's been planning that since before I ever had a podcast. It comes down, it's all because of the DualSense. He hated it so much, he needed to get a bunch of people to say how much they hated it too compared to every other controller. But that being said, it's still an episode I'm looking forward to him doing the work on. So
I have to be on the defense force for that DualSense, because otherwise it's just going to be people not wanting.
Can we do the same group, but just with James? Also.
Yeah, can you imagine how much?
Man,
This would have been interesting.
AKA, can I come?
I'll take the fire on that one, man.
I would like to know, James, what your list was. Maybe I'll ask him to send me a list before he listens to this episode.
Yeah,
because I'm not putting it up until Friday, so he'll have time.
Should have the listeners, you tell us what your version of this list looks like and how wrong we all are.
Yeah, no, I really hope this sparks debate in the Discord specifically, because that's where people talk when they listen to this. I'd like to know where you feel we were absolutely crazy. I'm sure a lot of people will disagree with me having the PS3 at number 4. So, but that's the point. That's why it's subjective, not objective. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but that was fun. You know what we need to do next time is a handheld ranking one.
Yeah.
I would love that. I love me some handhelds.
Yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts, but we would maybe have to do variations too. So like DS Lite.
Stuff
like
sure.
that.
Because there's less.
With the Switch Lite.
I was gonna say
because there's
Switch,
you can't dock it.
count.
Potentially, yeah, I think that makes sense actually, but we'd have to talk about it, I guess. Probably spend a little more time creating that list before we do the episode. But all right. Well, on that note, I think that was fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Fun.
And some heated debate there a little bit. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining me. This was a last minute idea that I feel like we put together and did really well. So, any final thoughts before we close this bad boy up?
Gary, do I have a thought? I'm looking at you.
I'm looking in your head right now, and there's not.
I found one. I found one.
I'm starting to see it.
You know, the one console, quote unquote console for me that would dethrone PS2 as my number one.
What
is gonna be
the Ouya?
That's already out.
The Zeebo?
That Steam machine. Have you seen the? So you can add
the
faceplates.
wood grain faceplate.
The wood grain faceplate.
That thing's pretty cool.
Steam machine is the. Oh my gosh, that's like the best looking
Cream of
thing
the crop.
I've
like an
ever
Atari.
seen. I'm sold.
Yeah.
So the Atari would have been your number one because of the wood grain finish.
The wood grain finish. That's all you need. Maybe I should just put a wood grain finish on a PS5 if I ever got one. I mean, that would fix it. No, that looks horrible.
Yeah. Well, one last shout out to these consoles and also to the ones we didn't bring up: the Ataris, the ColecoVisions, the television. Yeah.
The television
The
itself.
television. We love a good TV, CRTs, HDMI,
VCRs.
The plug and play consoles.
Oh, yes.
SpongeBob one.
Yeah. Or the Thing one where the joystick is precariously placed on the.
Oh no!
You're seeing that one? The Thing, the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
I've
seen the Spider one too.
Oh.
They didn't think those designs through very well.
Or someone thought through it in a very unpleasant manner.
Yeah. Well, on that note, let's go ahead and end the episode.
I gotta go do some Google image searches.
Don't.
You'll love the curves on that one. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks again. I appreciate you both. And thank you, everybody, for listening. If once again, please do comment in the Discord with your thoughts, what consoles you'd have at the top, what you think we were absolutely crazy about, and whatever else you feel like talking about. So thank you all. Make sure if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to it at. That would help me greatly. And remember to always press X to continue.
What you been playing?